Good afternoon, Whalers Nation, and welcome to the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV's presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We are coming to you live from Vito Capizzo Stadium. It is homecoming week. As you can see, the players are on the field making the gates for all of our seniors. There will be 17 seniors on the football team and 10 seniors on the cheerleading team that we will say hello to here and celebrate their 4 years as a Whaler student athlete. It is homecoming week, and what a week it has been. Unbelievable. Eventually, we're going to get to a football game here as your Nantucket High School Whalers will face off against the Sandwich Blue Knights in a game for all the marbles here. It is a league title on the line here, and of course, MIAA power rankings and playoff implications all over the place. We'll get into a lot of that stuff here coming up shortly, but we're going to turn it over here to Chip Clooney here very shortly. I do want to give you a quick update. Of course, we had boys soccer as, of course, the Vineyard comes over for Vineyard Day. The Golden Anchor, unfortunately, will go back home with the Vineyard. The boys soccer team ended up in a 2-2 tie. The PKs, however, went to the Vineyard. So for MIAA implications, it will register as a tie. But it looks like we will be turning it over here to Chip Clooney here in just a moment to celebrate our seniors. As you can see, there is a crew of family down there at the end. Sean Davis will be roaming the field, getting intimate with all of our student athletes and their families, as, again, a great sight here for homecoming. Fantastic bonfire. Again, got to give kudos to our Nantucket Booster Club and all they do for Whalers Nation. Of course, I am Chris Morris of your voice of Whaler sports here in the NSC. We've got a crew today here, buddy. Weston Scott and Santiago Oviedo on cameras. Of course, Colby Lucas going to be hanging out with us, going to be down on the field. DC Collins will be joining me on the call. And, of course, no Whalers game would be complete without our fearless leader. It is the Whalers wizard, the maestro of machines, the digital director, Charles Douglas. He'll make us look as cool as we can. But let's listen in to Chip Clooney as he introduces our Whalers student athletes and their families for senior recognition game here as well as homecoming.
Kindergarten to today, who made a lasting difference in their life. At the Boosters Club, we proudly support all student athletes, but they also believe that you are a student before you are an athlete. These teachers represent the village that helped our seniors become who they are today and have prepared them for their next chapter. Whaler pride. It starts in the classroom, shines on the field. A big shout out to all the teachers who made an impact. Go Whalers! Shazova Amanova. Made an impact is Mrs. Douglas. Katie Platt. Again, Mrs. Douglas. Vanessa Moraneo. Miss Christo. Bianca Pineda. Mr. Norton. Alice Smith. Miss Crisco. Marley Smith, Ms. Clarkson. Captain Annie R. Mr. Al-Basadi. Captain Olivia Scarfone Gilly. Mr. Kuritak. Captain Bianca Jack. Ms. Carlson. Captain Hildy Medeiros. Mrs. Aloisi. Amari Bromwell, Mr. Vitelli. Tristan Grimes, Ms. Mason. Malone Gently, Miss McIver.
I will be your father figure.
Ashley Flatt, Ms. Lyon. Jay Nolasco, Miss Fanuk. James Phillips, Mr. Kuritak. Gavin Smith, Ms. Mason. Dakara Turner, Miss Fanuk. Sayam Sampanagar, Mr. Albersati.
I don't have the final. It was 2-0 when I saw it last.
I'll get it when I go over.
2-2 for
Patrick
soccer,
Valero,
PKs.
Mr. Ganella.
As far as MIAA, it's top. Yeah,
Rashawn Ray, Liz McDonald. Nick and Ben Yates. Mr. Cochran. Andrew Lavin, Ms. Mason. Jeremy and Canton Jenkinson. Mr. Cochran. Captain Aaron Hanlon. Mr. Cochran.
Have to get way wide to get all those. Look at this craziness in front of us. Are you kidding me?
Today marks one of the last times you'll be on this field cheering and playing. Although today signifies close to an end of your playing time here at NHS, it should be also a time of reflection and excitement for what lies ahead. The amount of time and hard work you have put into the program over the last 4 years should be commended. It is not an easy task to be a student athlete, and you have excelled and should be proud of yourselves. Lastly, and this goes without saying, but a special recognition goes out to these parents. They have watched you grow from the early ages of elementary, middle, and now high school, and should be thanked for all they have done for you. Congratulations on a fantastic 4 years as a Whaler, and Whaler Nation wishes you all the best in your future endeavors. Let's have a round of applause, folks. Go Whalers!
Let's see what. Oh, what an incredible scenario we just had! Unbelievable, the amount of student athletes and their families. Just an incredible Whalers moment here as the football team will exit here right in front of Sandwich, and the boys will do their official pre-games here as we get set for game number 7 for the Whalers. They come in undefeated, 6-0 is the winning streak. Is officially 8 games after winning the Island Cup and their second last game last year. The Blue Knights come back over to their longtime home here in the Cape and Islands League and are 4-2 on the season. They've won all 3 of their league contests, setting up our winner-take-all scenario here today for a Cape and Islands League title. Again, MIAA playoff points at a premium for both teams as the Whalers look to continue their success here in the beginning of the season. As we get down to the last couple games here, all the points are important. And, of course, playing for a league championship as well. Always incredible and special when you get to hang up another banner. As you can see, the Blue Knights beginning to prepare to play spoiler here today and, again, improve their position. They come in at number 19, so they are on the outside looking in. A victory here today would all but cement something for the postseason, as only the top 16 teams in football make it, unlike all the other sports, which is the top 32 make the postseason. But before we get to our pregame analysis, I do want to step away here for a second and thank our founding sponsor and our business supporters, as this broadcast would not be possible without the continued efforts of the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts with their support of our live broadcasts. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for this Whalers football broadcast on the NSE provided in part by Nantucket Bank and Rockland Trust, providing financial education and resources to local communities for over a century. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Want to welcome you back live here to Vito Capizzo Stadium as we get all set up for the winner-take-all Cape and Islands League matchup between your Nantucket Whalers and the Sandwich Blue Knights. It's just a magical day here, a magical week. I'm hanging out here with Colby Lucas. We're going to send you down to the field, but give us a quick rendition behind the scenes. And, of course, you were at the pep rally last night. I had a little dinner thing to do last night, but talk about the magic throughout the whole week. What captured your spirit, so to speak, as a fan now and a student instead of as we see the Whalers taking the field here. Great stuff all week long, but give us a little rendition of how it was roaming the hallways of Nantucket High School this week.
Well, my favorite part every year about this week in general is the community coming together and supporting this team and all Whaler athletics in general. I mean, all the teams play this week, and the community that comes together. It's awesome. These stands get more packed than ever. Maybe if the Vineyard plays the next week, but that's not happening this year. But regardless, the community comes together, and it's really awesome to see. But everyone's excited for this game. Everyone's excited for this team. And it's awesome to see all the Whaler pride.
Absolutely. And you're also part of the Whaler Word. You're like the head commentator, and you guys cover a lot of stuff leading up to this week, and then obviously you guys get behind the scenes a little bit. But talk to me a little bit about, because I'm going to get into some stuff here, but as another student athlete, as you see these guys roaming the hallway, was there a sense of nervousness? Was there an excitement? Were they just confident? I mean, it seems like they are playing extremely confident. Does that translate as when they're walking the hallways hanging out?
Absolutely. You can feel the energy. I mean, this team is
hard not to.
This team has been confident all year, and it's really showed.
Yeah.
They've dominated all their opponents. I think this is the toughest team yet, but there was only confidence. I didn't see much, nervousness.
Sure.
So I'm really excited for this game. I think this team's going to come out hot.
Absolutely. Thanks, Colby. Obviously, a 6-0 start to the 2025 seasons. There are more than just conversations around the island comparing this team to the great teams of Whalers Yore. The last time a Whalers team went undefeated this late into the season was 2016. They went 9-0, losing to Seekonk and finishing 10-2 with another loss to Abington before throttling the Vineyard 42-0. 2 games left here in the regular season. The Whalers certainly favored by us pundits, us quote-unquote experts, to win today and defeat the Vineyard off island. But we know, obviously, those experts can be incorrect. We're not going to be wrong, but some of those other experts can be wrong. But certainly the Whalers have focused their energies on their game. And if they play their game, they should go undefeated into the playoffs. And Tri-Valley, speaking of playoffs, Division 6, Tri-Valley, the other undefeated here in Division 6, has already lost this week, so they are the remaining undefeated team in Division 6. They lost to Blue Hills last night. So Nantucket with a win would not only be the only undefeated, they would pretty much secure a top 8 position, which would, of course, mean a home playoff game, which we love home playoff games. They were released yesterday, the MIAA power rankings, and we'll get into some other teams ahead of the Whalers later on in our scenario. But whatever happens the rest of the way, this team has certainly earned the right to be mentioned with some of those Whalers teams of the past. Those great teams, they are stacked on both sides of the ball, playmakers on offense, and, of course, their defensive line has been absolutely dominant, and special teams has just been that special. They have all been nearly perfect place kicking, great coverage units, and return teams that can flip the fields at a moment's notice. They play with passion, purpose, and are absolutely exciting to watch. And we watched that in full effect last week in the 49-22 win over DY. It was Aaron Hanlon's turn to be the hero. He played arguably his best game as a Whaler. Nearly 200 yards rushing, a 50-yard kickoff return, multiple tackles for losses on the defensive side of things. Just one catch, though. I don't know what's up with that. We'll work on that. He did have 3 touchdown runs from 8 yards out, 45 yards out, and 75 yards out as well. Special player, as we saw him celebrated, being the final Whaler to be celebrated here as senior recognition. Well-deserved. David Gillen Tavares added 2 more scores to his team-leading total of 10 touchdowns. Joao Silva made plays on both sides of the ball, once again intercepting a DY pass, returning it deep into that DY territory and setting up another Whalers score. He also caught 2 of Burke Lombardi's touchdown passes as, again, the sophomore phenom, Burke Lombardi, playing well beyond his years. I mean, just unbelievable. And, again, he had, as you can see, Dad enjoying the ride here, so to speak, from both sides of things, at the athletic director, of course, and a father. Again, he has just been playing unbelievable against the DY team that ironically took Sandwich to the absolute brink. They won by just 1 point, 15-14, and DY took care of Nauset last night, so that helps the Whalers with a win for them as well. So great stuff here heading into this winner-take-all matchup here, as second-year head coach Everett Reese has certainly cemented his culture, and he has certainly turned the script on the Whalers from a 4-8 season now to undefeated. And again, as I mentioned, the Whalers have actually won 8 games in a row dating back to last year, including that incredible Island Cup win. I mean, we're just going to keep talking about that for the next little bit, of course, as we've got a trip off to the Vineyard this year. We get to renew that. Unbelievable. In all these meetings, 22 wins on both sides for the Vineyard and for Nantucket. In just the Island Cup thing, obviously it dates back further, which the Whalers do have a advantage. But it's that winning culture and that championship pedigree that I know is getting talked about. There's a lot of lacrosse players on this team that they already know what it takes to bring home not just a banner, but a state title banner. So, you know, give me a little insight on that, Colby, as far as like when you get to chat with a Canton or a Jeremy or a Hanlon. I mean, do they talk about that stuff? Do they talk about that sort of mentality of what it takes to get to that final game and being the last man standing?
Well, what I'll say is you can feel that energy of leadership,
sure,
and experience. And I'll tell you what, they want to win.
Yeah,
they don't want to win just the league championship.
Yeah.
They want to win a Super Bowl. They want to go all the way. They've done it. They've went all the way before in lacrosse, so they know what it takes. They have their eyes set on what they want, and I think that's made a big difference for this team. That experience, just that expectation to go far and as far as possible, and I think it's made a big difference.
Yeah, and it's not even about disappointing your friends or your classmates or any of that sort of stuff, but it's more like you just expect the best.
Absolutely.
And you expect the ultimate effort out of your classmates and your fellow student athletes, and that's that championship sort of pedigree that we talk about here and have talked about here as we get down to the last few games here. So great stuff for the Blue Knights. New head coach Doug Barsari and his squad right in position to make a playoff run. They're ranked number 19 in the latest rankings that just came out yesterday, and a second consecutive league title also, albeit from the South Shore League. They flipped the league and won the league title, and of course they have won all 3 of their Cape and Island Leagues games here coming into today, and they could play spoiler here for sure, and come away and spoil homecoming and senior recognition and snag at least a share of a league title here. They have defeated the Vineyard 36-0. They won 21-0 over Falmouth, and it is all set up here for us as again DY gave them a scare, which is only for the MIAA. It has nothing to do with wins and losses. They won the game, and that's all that matters. Damian King has solidified him, number 7, as the QB that can do it all in Coach Basari's offense. It is a run-heavy offense. It will be certainly a more physical style play than the Whalers have faced in previous games. Defensively as well, very stout defense. They've only allowed 20 points once. That was against Seekonk in a 20-12 victory by Seekonk. And having said that, they have certainly not faced an offense like Nantucket's, averaging over 40 points a game. Weapons abound. It's just they have controlled the offensive line play here, and certainly the defensive line, but they've come up with big plays. They've come up with grinded out, long, sustained drives. They've done it any way you want. Against DY, it was run heavy, and then they started throwing the ball. So they can just establish whatever they want offensively. It's almost like they got to get out of their own way a little bit with their heads and penalties and stuff like that. But it has been a lot of fun watching them all season long, Colby, and obviously a homecoming win here today is what we've got dialed up. We'll see if it comes to fruition. We've got the captains coming out here for the coin toss very shortly. Let's take a very quick break here on the NSC and NCTV and come back with live action from Vito Capizzo Stadium. We've got it all set up here for a winner take all coming up very shortly here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. We'll be back.
It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Being marched out here, got to thank Mike Gillies and the Knights of Columbus as they will present the colors here. It'll be Jeremy Remick on the guitar. As you can see, Tom Hanlon and some families of Nantucket Whalers student athletes presenting the colors. What an honor. Jackson Remick, excuse me. As he gets his final set up here for the national anthem, then we'll have the coin toss, and we will get to some football here very shortly. An absolute packed house here, Vito Capizzo Stadium. No surprise there. I'm sure they'll be grilling up some linguiças. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have sausage at halftime as Jackson gets his guitar set up here. I have visions of Jimi Hendrix in my head. Incredible rendition of the national anthem. And a great job by, again, Sean Davis getting right down in there on the field. And, again, thanks to the Knights of Columbus, especially Mike Gillies, for organizing the presenting of the colors as they march it off here. And we get ready for some actual football here. Great stuff. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the boys soccer team already in play here this afternoon against the Vineyard. Today is the Vineyard day for everyone else except for the football team. They played to a 2-2 tie, but because there's a golden anchor involved, they went to PKs, and ultimately the Vineyard did come ahead in penalty kicks. So the golden anchor will head back to the Vineyard as we see our captains. I'm going to welcome in our my partner in crime here, DC Collins. DC, how you feeling today, baby?
I'm feeling wonderful, Chris. I got an opportunity to come out to the homecoming festivities last night.
Nice.
Had some great food, some great fat kid food.
There you go,
Filled
baby.
Me up, so
there
I'm
you
ready
go,
to go
baby.
today. The bonfire was great. And, you know, I mentioned something when we were over at DY last week, that there is a buzz going on this island. There's a feeling of, okay, we can't be stopped right here. I think the only thing that can get in Nantucket's way today is themselves with the penalties. Other than that, they've got everything clicking on all cylinders. Special teams struggled a little bit, but that's no worry whatsoever. This is the first real challenge for the Whalers this season, though. It's on their home field. And if they win this, we all know what's at stake next weekend. But first things first, this game right here is very important for Nantucket.
Can't look past this one.
Right, especially what happened to Nantucket last year when they got shut out against Sandwich. So a little bit of a revenge going on right here, this time here at Vito Capizzo Stadium on this Saturday afternoon. Glad you could join us here on the NSC and NCTV. Everybody watching at Fairgrounds, Chicken Box, also, who am I
Backyard
forgetting?
Barbecue.
Backyard Barbecue, Sea Grill. Thanks to the entire community for putting us on the NSC and NCTV, Xfinity Comcast Channel 1072, and we will have the game for you next weekend on the Vineyard, and we'll get to, if you want to come out and watch the game at the Vineyard, how to get there with tickets and everything as we go through the broadcast.
We will get to some more details, but we've got a football game here to play today for sure. Our updated Russ Murley weather report from DC Collins, 53 degrees, mostly cloudy. Definitely the sunshine has gone away.
Yeah, the clouds came in about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Not much wind, moving from the left to right, 10, maybe gusts to 20. We saw our kicking crew kicking it from about 45 yards out not too long ago, and it is just a gorgeous fall day.
Here's what I'll say, too, about the wind, Chris, it's swirling. We've got the sticks on top of the goalpost blowing one way on the left-hand side and blowing the other way on the right-hand side. So a little bit of a swirling wind, so the cooking game could be a factor for both teams today.
Love that. It will be the Whalers kicking off here, so they won the toss and deferred, as you do in high school athletics. And we are ready to go here. Number 23 about to get the football here. Jake Clark, he's done a phenomenal job with the place kicking, and he will try and boom one here as it's like number 5 Tyler Jones back there for Sandwich to receive. Whalers Nation, are you ready? It's a Cape and Islands League title game, and we are upon it. Opening kickoff to the sideline, fielded at the 20, fumbled, and down right there. The Sandwich Blue Knights will begin on offense from their own 20-yard line after a line drive kick mishandled. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Sandwich as they will have number 7, Damian King, trotting into the huddle as number 7, Damian King.
He's the quarterback and the punter for this team, Chris.
And we'll see what happens here on the first play. He turns around and runs forward. Not much doing there. Whalers keen to that play, and it'll just be a lot of jumble here in between the tackles for Sandwich offensively.
Yeah, everybody bunched in tight, not a spread formation. You can see on defense, too. Nantucket only had one defensive back in the backfield. Everybody else playing on the line of scrimmage as well. Sandwich likes to run the ball. You'll see King. You'll also see Carline as well, and Beckett Laurie. And also number 33, watch for him, James Nemec. He's a fullback, running back. He is a senior. King, the junior quarterback for Sandwich, moving right to left.
Far side of the field, Sandwich 2nd and 10. Be another run, no surprise there, and blasting ahead to about the 24, maybe the 25 after the initial tackle was broken is number 24, Nick Lopes. He's technically a fullback. He got the call. They give him the 26. That's at the 25, just over the 25-yard line. So 3rd down upcoming here for Sandwich. 3rd and about 5, maybe along 4 for the Blue Knights.
Coach Reese Everett was out about 10 yards onto the field screaming at his defense right now for a good play. This will be an interesting 3rd down. The first 2 plays were in tight running formations for Sandwich. They kept the ball on the ground. Here, though, if they want to have to pick up the 1st down, maybe throw the ball into the wind a little bit.
Yep, Coach Doug Borsari's got a wide out here, number 27, as he sprinted in to play Aiden Everts.
Chase Barrett is wide up top, too, number 87.
Motion behind King. It's another handoff, and it'll be 1st down yardage and more for the Sandwich Blue Knights as the ball carried by number 41, 31, excuse me. 33, sorry, you got it. James Nemec. Yeah, the senior captain rumbles ahead to about the 39-yard line.
He's the one that we were watching during warm-ups, and everybody up here in the press box is like, oh, that's the big boy that's going to get him on short yardage. So 4 yards to get to the line of scrimmage. Well, he turned that into about a 12-yard gain. So not bad. And Nantucket's big boys have to clog up the middle a little bit better on that.
Again, Beckett Lowry to the near side in front of us. Run blitz, and nothing doing. A tackle for loss. Diving over the top is Eli McKeever, but I think tackle for loss on the play. It'll be a loss of about 3 on 1st down.
Yeah, all the running backs were punched in tight. That might have been a broken play where King didn't realize who he was supposed to hand off to.
They give him the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the 1st down. 2nd and 10. Good job by the runner to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Opening drive has only gone 19 yards. Has eaten up about 3 minutes off the clock for Sandwich here to start the game.
Again, shortening the game, not a bad call for Sandwich in general. And again, hard to see where it ends up, but it looks like forward progress to the 43.
Yeah, 5 yards and a cloud of dust.
Cloud of dust indeed.
Every single play for Sandwich has been on the ground, a rushing play so far. Again, this drive started at their 20. They've made it to their own 43-yard line right now in the opening drive.
2nd, 3rd down here of the first drive of the game. And 3rd and about 6.
Taking their time in the huddle, too. Another key 3rd down. Remember, they handed it off to the big boy, number 33.
He's back
James
there.
James Nemec, last time to pick up the 1st down and more for Sandwich.
Another pitch out. And 1st down yardage and more. Once again across midfield to about the 49, maybe the 48. Sandwich Blue Knights move the sticks again. Their 2nd 1st down here of the opening drive.
That is their, well, he's listed as the tight end, but that's their running back and place kicker, number 6, Beckett Laurie, the senior. And that's the first time that Sandwich has tried to run outside the tackles.
Yeah.
They break the corner right there, pick up the first down before they finally get wrestled out of bounds. But another first down, and now they're at Nantucket territory at the Whalers' 48-yard line. Again, about 4 minutes taken off the clock for Sandwich in their opening drive so far, and they've gone 32 yards.
They are not going to be shy on time of possession, that's for sure. If they keep making first downs. Here's King with a run inside Whalers 45 to about the 44. So give Damian King about 5 yards, maybe 4, depending on the spot. They give him.
What I'm seeing right now, Chris, too, with
44.
Nantucket is because there's so many people in the backfield right next to King, it's sort of he can turn one way or another, and Nantucket's defense doesn't know who has the ball coming out of the backfield headed towards the line of scrimmage. So you're thinking of tackling one guy. Meanwhile, their other running back, who's 3 yards away from you, has the ball and is getting 2 or 3 yards up the field.
It's a unique style of offense that certainly Nantucket has not faced. So it may take some game-time adjustments here from Coach Willett and his staff as they continue to power it up here. Blasting ahead and not much doing. Fumble!
Got it back.
Oh, that's the one thing I saw Canton Jenkinson running in there, and it was Johnny on the spot, Jack Butcher, number 23, and actually gained a couple of yards as Canton Jenkinson forced the fumble.
But you saw for Nantucket 3 people to try to take him down, and the way our camera angle is with the last play, you saw our camera lined up right along the line of scrimmage. You can tell how detailed it is that Sandwich is bunched up in the backfield right there. And we'll get another great angle right here from Weston, our main camera, about how close all the running backs are to the quarterback. Nantucket just can't figure it out. 9th play of the drive coming up from Sandwich. Again, 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Sandwich has had the ball the entire time.
3rd and 4. Motion behind King. Another pitch out. They have the corner, but denied. First down yardage. That's Jeremy Jenkinson and Canton Jenkinson in on the tackles. So the Twins Jenkinson get to it to force a 4th down. It looks like Coach Borsari is going to keep his offense on the field as they have gotten to the other side of the Whalers 50 at the 41-yard line.
That's the same play that Sandwich tried to run on 3rd down a few plays ago, but instead they ran it to the short side. That's why it wasn't successful this time.
They sprint to the line. Got to pay attention to the cadence here. Oh, and the Whalers go across. My broadcaster jinxed them.
Well, what did we talk about in the pregame, Chris? What did we talk about at DY?
Yeah.
Penalties, undisciplined penalties against Nantucket. This is the first one that has cost them so far in this game, and it gives Sandwich a first down to continue the drive. Again, for Sandwich, it started at their own 20-yard line. They've rattled off about 5.5 minutes off the clock, and so far they have gained 36 yards, more than that, and are just ground and pound. That's the name of the game.
Yep.
There's not been one pass attempted by Sandwich so far. 10th play of the drive coming up.
The over-under on pass attempts is 6, and I'm taking the under.
Again,
King
everybody
under
bunched
center
up.
once again. Motion behind him, and it'll be a pitch out to number 1. He'll cut it up. And, again, grind ahead for a couple, 2-3 yards. It's been tackles. It's been yards after contact as well. They are always falling forward so far. Tucker Carline, the running back there, and they've got a slew of dudes that can get the ball and pound it forward.
Well, we talked about the offensive weapons for Nantucket over the past few games, Chris. So far, Sandwich definitely spreading it out on the ground as to who gets the ball and who gets the rushing carries.
Absolutely.
And they've been successful.
Chase Barrett, number 87, the junior tight end, running the play in.
Jones
replacing
comes
number
out.
5, Tyler Jones. It'll be King keeping it, and he'll dive ahead. Not much, but they give him forward progress to the 31-yard line, bringing up yet another 3rd down, their third down of this drive. And again, they have chewed up clock, just 5 minutes to go, under 5 minutes to go here.
It's a 7-minute drive and counting so far for Sandwich. They're the only ones that have had the ball. They're down to the Nantucket 31 again. Sandwich started this drive at their own 20 after they muffed the opening kickoff. It wasn't looking too good for the Knights, but so far, all rushing plays. This will be the 12th play of the drive, all coming on the ground for Sandwich here on their opening drive of the ball game.
3rd down and about 4 for the Blue Knights offense. Shotgun formation. King loses the snap all the way back to the 50 and tackled behind the line, inside the 50 by number 44, Russell Simpson. Wow, what a trip.
Simpson was on his horse and almost had an opportunity to grab that.
King loses the snap.
That is a detriment. Maybe that's why they're not passing. Huge break for the Whalers right here.
Damian King fortunate to jump on it to save the possession. Obviously, fourth down punting formation, fourth and about 26 for Doug Barsar and his offense. They had it going until that unfortunate play, but this will definitely be a punt.
Watch Hanlon back there to receive for Nantucket, standing at his own
Motion
18.
in front, but it'll be King with a muff punt. It goes off the side of his foot, lands at the 40, bounces the Whalers' way, and will come dead at the 43-yard line. So the Whalers defense bends but does not break. The Blue Knights use up 8 minutes and 26 seconds of game time, all for naught, as the snap goes over the head of King and forces the Blue Knights to punt here. We'll see if the Whalers offense can respond here after they get the ball for the first time here with 3:34 on the clock here in the first quarter.
13 plays they ran, Chris, and then 12 plays they had to punt on the 13th. Nantucket in great position right here for their opening drive.
It'll be Gillen Tavares behind Lombardi. And first handoff goes to Canton Jenkinson, and he's wrapped up for a tackle for loss. That'll be a 3-yard loss on first down. Nice to see number 3 back in on offense. We did not see him on the offensive side of things against DY, but he is another electric weapon for the Whalers offense as Lombardi comes in with play number 2. They actually mark it back to the 40, so a loss of 4, 2nd and 14 for the Whalers on offense. Their first drive of the game here as we approach 3 minutes to play. No score here in the first quarter. Fake, and it'll be a quick pass out wide open. Making a move on the sideline is Silva, and he'll pick up probably about 10 yards, brings up a third and manageable, maybe 5 or 6, give him 9 yards on the reception.
And McElroy on the tackle right there. He actually slipped as Silva caught the ball, and you thought Silva could make a move, but great job on recovery by McElroy. That could have been a huge game for Nantucket, but he made the open field tackle on the far sideline.
Yeah, he was wide open there for a moment, but as DC said, a great open field tackle. And it'll be the first third down for the Whalers here, 3rd and 5 from their own 48-yard line. Lombardi, motion in front. He'll be back, rolling out. Swings it out to Jenkinson. Good catch, avoids one, but will not gain first down yardage as he is sandwiched literally.
That was a dangerous pass, almost a backward lateral right there. And Jenkinson had an opportunity to get crushed, but reached back, grabbed it, and tried to make the answer. It looks like the offense is staying out on the field right now.
We'll see. Could be a little pooch kick here as Rashawn Ray in at quarterback. He'll take a couple of steps back, and it will be a punt formation. So neither team able to score on their first possession. Good overhand kick by Ray, fielded at the 25 on the run to the 30. Tackle from behind by Canton Jenkinson after about a 9-10-yard return. With 1:32 to play here in the first quarter, it'll be the Blue Knights taking over once again as they force a 3-and-out against this prolific, powerful offense of the Whalers, unable to do anything on their first drive.
I think if you have dinner reservations, you're going to be fine tonight with the speed of this game so far.
No, right? First quarter almost over.
Sandwich, remember, their last drive, 13 plays they had to punt. They ate up about 8.5 minutes off the clock, all for naught, and did not run one passing play in their first drive.
But unfortunately, a bad snap, basically a turnover there as King was able to get the ball but forced a punt. And wide receiver Tyler Jones split out to the near side of the field. King, long cadence, motion behind him, and a handoff up the middle, diving ahead for a few yards is Nemec. Big number 33 moves the pile forward for about 3.
He's
setting
gotten
up 2nd and 7.
He's gotten 33 Nemec positive yards on every single one that he's carried. Picked up the first down a while ago, but he's good for 3 or 4 yards every time they put it in his hands.
And here comes Barrett running in with the play.
Again, this is only the 3rd possession Second possession for Sandwich. Nantucket had one, and we're down to a minute remaining in the first quarter with no score.
And timeout called by Doug Barsari as he saw something he didn't like, so he will stop the clock with 52 seconds left here in the first quarter.
So if you're in Nantucket right now, obviously the game plan for the offense at Sandwich is ground and pound. And I think the issue is them clogging the holes and just trying to read the blocks, because Sandwich on offense, everybody's bunched in tight.
Yeah.
You can't really read, all right, who's coming off the block? Is the tackle pulling? Is the guard going back right now? It's just one big mess for Nantucket, and they still don't have an answer.
And I know Carline caught the edge on that far side sweep, but ultimately it's going to be inside that Sandwich is going to have any success, if they have any success, because the Whalers are just too quick to the edge. They will find those, but I think it is going to be, bang them and see if the Whalers can bang with the Blue Knight big bodies.
And the one time that Sandwich did set up to pass, it was a snap over the quarterback's head. So I don't think they're too keen on that anymore. Nantucket just has to stop the short running game right now.
Absolutely.
And get the ball back. They've only run 3 plays here, and we've got only 52 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
So Barrett split out to the near side of the field. King in the shotgun once again. And he will run it. He'll find a couple of blue jerseys as a flag flies as well. Going to be holding on the offense as the Whalers will send it back and set up a 2nd and long. That was a great play and great run blitz there by Jeremy Jenkinson as he found number 7 in between some white jerseys, but even better is a penalty.
I understand the play call right there. Give King the opportunity to run behind the big boys, but you're running to the short side of the field. He basically just ran out of room there, and the Whalers were there to stop him. And that doesn't include the penalty, which Nantucket will accept and push Sandwich back a little bit more.
Sets up 2nd and 17 for the offense now, all the way back at their own 29-yard line.
First penalty called against Sandwich. Nantucket so far has only had one called against them, but it was a big one that led to a first down. They were offsides.
Yeah, the butterfly effect of that obviously didn't come back to hurt them too much. However,
we're keeping track.
Yeah. So an absolutely phenomenal crowd here for homecoming, and obviously senior recognition happened just before the game here, but magical feeling around Vito Capizzo Stadium as wide receivers split out far to the far side of the field. There's a fumble on the play, and Sandwich able to dive on it once again. But another missed snap in that shotgun formation as the first quarter will come to an end here. It sets up 3rd and long as we will take our first quick break here on the NSC and NCTV with second quarter action coming up. 0-0, no score here as the Whalers take on the Sandwich Blue Knights.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Well, Mike, obviously being a huge Whaler Athletics fan,
what's been your favorite part about this football team so far this year?
I just think coming together after a few years of just struggling a little bit, trying to figure it out, and seeing them have some success this year has just been awesome to see.
This
week in general is a huge week for Nantucket Island as a whole. The community comes together. What's your favorite aspect of this week?
Whaler Week is great. It embraces the whole spirit of Whaler football, Whaler soccer, Whaler field hockey. Even the young kids come home from school and they're excited about what they're going to do to dress up during the week and be part of all the festivities. And then you top it off with this bonfire and homecoming last night and the parade. It's just it's just terrific to see, and the whole community's involved. It's just a really fun thing to be around.
Yeah, and final question, how cool is it to see all these fans come together for this team?
24 for the Whalers. First pass of the afternoon by King. He's looking for the home run ball. Got Hanlon in defense out there, and he breaks it up. Great job by Aaron Hanlon. Good pass. That was a jump ball. Beckett Laurie has a little bit of height advantage, but Hanlon turned his helmet around, was able to see the ball and make a play on it, break it up, and force another punt here for the Blue Knights.
He turned around right at the exact time, but hey, we know that the quarterback now from Sandwich can toss the ball up high.
That was a good pass.
It's their first passing attempt so far this
There's
game.
one.
Yeah. Compared to, let's see, the 16 other plays that they've run so far between the first quarter and here in the opening minute of the second quarter, all been on the ground for Sandwich.
So Aaron Hanlon will get another opportunity here if he could field this one cleanly. King with a terrible punt. The first one only got about 8-10 yards out of it. Set up the Whalers with good field position, but the Whalers unable to capitalize. 3 and out. Second punt will bounce in front of the Whalers and fielded by Silva. He'll wait, avoids one. Nope, does not avoid one, and goes down in a heap at their own 47-yard line. So still good field position here for the Whalers. But they've got to do something here on offense, and this is only their second opportunity.
Yeah,
So
3 and out the first time for the Whalers. Hey, real quickly, if you want to go to the game next week on Martha's Vineyard, tickets are on sale at Nantucket High School or the athletic director's office. $30 each for a passenger ticket to and from Martha's Vineyard. The boat will leave here on Nantucket next Saturday, 7 a.m. sharp. A bus will pick you up in Martha's Vineyard to take you to the high school for the game, then get back on the boat at Martha's Vineyard that leaves 5 o'clock sharp to come back here to Nantucket. Tickets available at Nantucket High School, $30 a person.
here's Hanlon on this jet sweep. He's got plenty of room and will rumble ahead for about 8 yards. Good play on first down, sets up second and short here for the Whalers on offense for the second time here. It's the second quarter. They've only had the ball once. So the Blue Knights did their job, did not score, but shortened the game already.
And a good job by Nantucket standing up on defense just a moment ago, too. Remember, the first drive for Sandwich lasted 13 plays.
Yeah.
And Nantucket couldn't figure it out. Now it seems like they've got a game plan here, and now they got the ball back on offense right in front of us.
Gillen Tavares. It'll be a handoff to number 5, and he blasts forward for first down yardage. All the way down to the Blue Knights 38, maybe the 37, depending on the spot. Move the chains here for number 5 as he found a little crease and sprinted ahead, the big 210-pound senior.
I know Nantucket has a few two-way players too, but I'm seeing a lot of numbers for Sandwich that are out there on offense as well. So these boys might be tired a little bit already from going back and forth playing two ways.
I know Coach Bossari has preached it's going to take 48 minutes here, and this Whalers team's not going to stop either. They are ready to go here, sprinting out of the huddle. Tavares with the direct snap, and it's fumbled. Oh, Whalers fortunate there. The timing missed on that one as they showed a new wrinkle here. Jenkinson gets the fall on that. Timing was ready to pounce. They lost 3 yards on the play, so the ball rests at the Sandwich 41-yard line, brings up 2nd and 13.
I'd take that play out of the playbook for the rest of the game right there. That was not executed well, and even if Jenkinson had a clean exchange, he still wasn't getting around the corner. There were 2 or 3 white jerseys waiting for him to tackle him. So this will be the 4th play of the drive coming up for Nantucket. So far, they've taken 2 minutes off the clock, and they've only gotten about 10 yards.
Here's a fake handoff. Looking deep. Got a man out there. Caught! It's going to be Hanlon in for a touchdown, Whalers! Aaron Hanlon hits the home run ball from Burke Lombardi. Do they mark him down at the 1?
Nope. Touchdown.
Touchdown Whalers. There we go. Aaron Hanlon. Check it out on replay. An absolute beautiful ball for Burke Lombardi. Set it up and just lofted it for Hanlon. Wow, picking up right where he was. And he listened to us. There's a catch.
Yes.
Clark with the extra point. Good. And the Whalers go up 7-0 as they flex their muscles and show that big playability. Number 11, the captain, with an absolute gem from 43 yards out.
4 plays, 53 yards, 2 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock. Nantucket strikes first, and they lead Sandwich 7-0 with 9:36 to go here in the second quarter. 42-yard pass from Lombardi to Hanlon.
Well, guys, we're with the NHS principal, Miss Hylam. Miss Hylam, what's your favorite part about seeing this community come together for this team and Whaler athletics in general?
I think it's an awesome show of support from our whole community. Last night at the bonfire was amazing. I love that we have not just parents and students and teachers that come, but community members who don't even have students here.
Yep. So, as you said, the bonfire happened last night. A ton of other things are happening this weekend with games and Honko dance. What's your favorite part about this week?
I think all of it together, because it shows all of our Whaler pride, and the parade was amazing to show that today.
Yeah, well, not only are you the principal of the high school, you're also a huge Whaler football fan. What's been your favorite part about this season?
Seeing Aaron Hamlin get touchdowns for me.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Island. Guys, back to you.
As he sets up Sandwich with good field position.
Thank you, Ms. Island.
For their third drive of the afternoon. Now finding themselves down 7-0 after lightning strikes here from Lombardi to Hanlon from 42 yards out to give the Whalers a 7-0 lead. 9:29 to play here in the second quarter. Thanks for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV for this winner-take-all in the Cape and Islands League game. They have the golden anchor here, but we've got something here. We've got banners to play for right here.
Another tight setup on offense for Sandwich here.
It'll be a handoff, and again, rumbling ahead for a couple yards is number 33, Nemec.
I counted 5 jerseys for Nantucket trying to take him down and in the pile right there. He is a big boy.
Couple of the Yates boys in there, Ben and Nick, twins. That's 2 sets of twins on the Whalers. Of course, the Jenkinson brothers. And all those boys know what it takes because they've won the ultimate on the lacrosse team from a couple years ago, defeating this little Sandwich team 7-6.
2 timeouts.
What a great day that was.
2 timeouts left for Sandwich, all 3 for Nantucket, and Sandwich taking their time in the huddle right now.
And they're going to have to call timeout here because the play clock, as DC mentioned right there. So second timeout used by Sandwich here after they were a little lackadaisical coming out with the play. So 8:42 to play here in the second quarter. We'll keep it here as the Whalers finally took advantage of their athleticism and found Aaron Hanlon one-on-one coverage along the far side, and Burke Lombardi just lofted a beautiful ball out there for Hanlon to run under.
Yeah, Hanlon spotted it. He knew he was the A receiver right there, and he lined it up perfect in stride.
Yeah.
And then caught it and then put on the accelerator. I mean, that's the one thing that I've been impressed with him. As soon as he gets the ball, trying to get away from defenders, he has no problem.
He knows what to do with it when he gets it, man. He
Turn
just
the
knows
jets on.
that it's his turn, and he is a dangerous threat whenever he touches the ball, however he touches the ball. He had 186 yards rushing on like 11 carries. So I'm not a math major, but that's a pretty good run average carry.
See if Sandwich tries to run this to the near side. They've got the receiver to the near side of the field right in front of us.
2nd and 8 for the Blue Knights here in their third drive of the game. In motion in front of King. He'll keep it. Plunges ahead and gets near the 50. Fumble on the play, and the Whalers have recovered. Another turnover. Let's have a look-see. I didn't see it come out. King must have got a helmet on the ball. Right there. Yep. Fumble on the play. So we can cue that up again. I'm trying to see who's got a helmet in on the hands of King. He'll keep it. One of those Yates boys at the second level, that helmet right on the ball, and the Whalers come up with it as Hanlon, Johnny on the spot. 1st and 10 for the Whalers at the Sandwich 49-yard line. So that's one thing that the Blue Knights have had problems with, is holding on to the ball. It'll be Jenkinson.
Pass.
He's going to try and throw it. Avoids the rusher. He's got the corner. 45, 40, 35. Canton Jenkinson did the wise thing and kept it himself. Avoids a tackler and picks up 15, maybe 16. And turns out
the ball, avoids
a tackler.
Right. Jenkinson fumbled it, so maybe they put it back in the playbook. Real quick, Nantucket has started their 3 drives at their own 43, at their own 47, and now at the Sandwich 49. So they have been beneficiaries of field position so far here in the first half.
And they have done a good job of taking advantage of those all season long. Big play on first down, sets up 1st and 10 again. Here's Tavares. Blasts ahead and dives forward. That's another one you're not going to tackle for many losses either.
And did you see who was in on the tackle? Big number 33 for Sandwich, the name that we've been calling a lot on offense, James Nemec.
Nemec got his hands on his hips here as he catches a breath. They give him just a yard, but I don't. On the carry, so it sets up 2nd and 9 as the clock continues to run under 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Whalers up 7-0.
And remember, Nantucket has all 3 of their timeouts left here in the first half. Sandwich had to burn 2, so they only have 1 left.
And they will get the ball at the beginning of the second half. Motion behind.
Whoa.
And another broken play here as Lombardi's just going to dive on it. Looked like Jenkinson got in the mix, and that was a broken play in the second half.
And the clock is stopped right here. I'm not
Motion
sure.
behind. And another broken play here as Lombardi's just going to dive on it. Looked like Jenkins just relaxed. We'll keep it here as, again, homecoming festivities will continue along with the announcements of Spirit Week.
Colby's got somebody down on the field, I believe, so we will send it down to Colby and Sean right now.
Dakar Turner, how cool has it been to see your son play football for this team?
Oh my God, it's amazing. Amazing feeling. Wonderful.
Yeah, and how cool is it to see him being celebrated on Senior Day today on homecoming weekend?
It's an amazing feeling, one that we wait for 4 years, and it's finally here. It's like overwhelming with joy.
Yeah. And how cool is it to see all the fans coming together for this weekend, celebrating this team, celebrating Whaler Athletics as a whole?
Oh, it's amazing too. I mean, having Nantucket community supporting our Whalers right through and through, it's really, really amazing that we have this tight-knit community.
Thank you so much, Marvia. Guys, back to you.
Third ball here for the Whalers. Great stuff from Colby Lucas hanging out in the stands. As always, it'll be Lombardi back to pass. Facing some pressure by Nemec. Fires over the middle. Caught by Silva for first down yardage. Still on his feet. Finally tackled at the 22-yard line. That was a bull.
Yeah, and a great job of running the route back into the middle of the field.
Great job by Lombardi as Nemec was circling in, ready to hit number 7, but fired a little sidearm sling, and it was on the mark as the Whalers convert on 3rd down, and they are in business just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. Clock continues to tick under 7:20.
5th play of the drive coming up for Nantucket. It started at the Sandwich 49-yard line, 1:30 off the clock so far.
It'll be a handoff around the end. It's Hanlon with lots of space. Oh, great job by Silva to not block in the back right there. That's phenomenal understanding of your situation there by number 9, Aaron Hanlon, with a great play. But
there's a flag right down at the 17-yard line. It looks like right in the middle of the field, Chris.
Oh, but
I don't know. I don't know who it's going to be on.
But Joao Silva did a great job of not blocking in the back there.
They're still talking about it.
They are talking about this. We'll have to see. Maybe it was a downfield block of some sort.
So 7:02 left in the first half. Nantucket up 7-0. Personal foul, dead ball personal foul against Sandwich. Okay.
So that'll be half the distance to the goal. Oh, double penalties. So the play counts. First down yardage from Aaron Hanlon once again.
Fortunately for the Whalers, that they offset those penalties.
They're marching it forward, so
only against Sandwich.
I saw him say something.
Okay. So Sandwich with 2 penalties against them for 20 yards. Nantucket only with that 1 penalty for offsides for 5 yards.
Either way, it's 1st and goal at the Sandwich 5-yard line for the Whalers offense as they look to add to their 7-0 lead. Clock now runs once again. We're under 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. As you can see, the fire is going at the concession stand. Great booth there set up by the Booster Club as well. Go get some swag. Here's Jenkinson inside. No signal down at about the 1 yard line. Canton Jenkinson unable to find that goal line, but it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Whalers offense.
Whalers running their 7th play coming up. Started at the Sandwich 49-yard line, this drive did, and they've run 2.5 minutes off the clock, and it's still running. Looking for a 2-score lead here.
They break the huddle, sprint to the line. This could be Lombardi on the keeper. It will be. He gets not pushed per se, and he is denied, as the Blue Knights did a good job of firing off the ball there, denying Burke Lombardi the QB sneak. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal from the 1 yard line.
I'd run that same play again.
Sure.
Maybe put Tavares behind him, number 5, a little bit bigger. Put Tavares at quarterback. You know, the infamous Philadelphia Eagles tush push.
Right.
They're close enough to the goal line to get this in. It'll be the 8th play of the drive coming up for Nantucket, which started at the Sandwich 49-yard line, and 3 minutes off the clock so far. Nantucket with a 7-0 lead, 5:23 and counting remaining here in the first half.
Lombardi sprints ahead. He'll hand it off to Tavares, who blasts ahead, and the arms go up for a Whalers touchdown. Gillen Tavares will not be denied. Let's have a look-see. Again, just sprinted up to the line. Lombardi hands it off to the big guy, and number 5 does the rest as he dives over the top, continuing his momentum. And it's 13-0 Clark on the field to attempt the point after touchdown to make it 14-0.
8 plays, 49 yards, 3 minutes, 21 seconds off the clock. The 1-yard TD run by Tavares.
Snap, good. Kick up and no good. Actually, a high snap. It was fielded, but you could see Clark kicking that dirt. So a missed point after touchdown. We'll note that, but number 23 has been absolutely sensational all season long. He was a little frustrated at himself for not kicking that one in. So the lead is now 13-0 with 5:16 to play here in the second quarter. The Whalers have scored on consecutive drives after the defense flexed their muscles and gave the Whalers the ball. As I can see Damian King here a little frustrated coming to the bench. He's got some work to do on offense, but the Whalers.
An efficient drive for Nantucket.
Yes.
Clean drive. Yes, they got the personal foul, but it was off. You know, it was on.
They were
Sandwich.
already down there anyway.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so eight plays, 49 yards, 3:21 off the clock. That's Whalers football to a T right there, playing discipline, and impressed that they have kept Sandwich off the board so far.
Great 3rd down conversion, that pass to Joao Silva. Yep. And after going 3 and out, the Whalers have scored on consecutive possessions to take a 13-0 lead. Clark gets into this one end over end. Fielded on the run at the 15 to the 20, 25, 30. And good hit sends Tyler Jones backwards a couple of yards. So great coverage by the Whalers once again. As you can see, Hank the Whaler, of course, making his appearance here. He's giving out autographs. Look at that. Great stuff.
Got the sandwich, the spear through the sandwich he does. That's a great sign right there.
Eating some sandwiches here for lunch, baby. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Knights on their 4th possession of the game, starting at their own 35-yard line. 5:09 to play. I don't know if that's enough time for them.
Yeah, and they only have 1 timeout left here in the first half. Nantucket has 2. They have not gone to the air that much here in this ball game.
Only 1 pass attempt.
Everybody bunched in tight again. This is what we've seen all first half on offense for Sandwich. Everybody in tight.
King pitches it out. Corner caught. And good hit out of bounds, but they will mark it short of where he ended up. Only the 40-yard line. That was Tucker Carline showing his speed to the short side of the field. Gets about 4, maybe 5 on the first down carry.
I don't understand that either. He picked up 5 yards, but he came to the short side of the field. They run it to the far side of the field. He's got plenty of room to work with there. It's a bit of an oddball decision right there.
Yeah, we don't have to understand it. We just have
to. As long as that 0 stays up on the scoreboard, the Nantucket Whaler fans are fine with it.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 5 for Damian King and the Sandwich Blue Knights offense as he'll bring in the play himself. Again, he fumbled on the last possession, leading to the Whalers touchdown, the 1-yard plunge from Gillen Tavares to give the Whalers a 13-0 lead here as we approach halftime. King turns around, runs it, weaving his way through the defense push backwards, but not before he gets about 4 yards, setting up third and very short if they don't give him the first down. Just short of first down yardage, so third and inches really for the Blue Knights here as the ball rests on the 44.5-yard line.
We're almost right down the line with our camera shot here.
Snap goes right to King. He'll plunge it ahead for first down yardage and more as he gets to about the 48-yard line. Again, just a mass of bodies.
Yeah. So the clock will stop here as they move the chains for the first down. We're down to 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Again, Sandwich only with 1 timeout left here in the first half. Nantucket with 2.
And the clock will now run after the sticks are set. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Knights offense at their own 48-yard line. Again, no sense of urgency here despite being down 2 scores.
Right, and no sense of urgency to pass the ball either.
Right.
This whole first half for Sandwich.
1 incompletion. And here's another pass attempt. Pressure comes in from Yates. Screen pass set up. Nemich, good tackle there going for the legs by Hanlon. That is a slight weight disadvantage for number 11, but he did the right thing in ducking under. Good play. So 2 pass attempts, 8 yards on the play. Sets up second and short for the Blue Knights offense. Clock will continue to run. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Whalers up 13-0.
3:15 off the clock on this drive for Sandwich. It started at their own 35-yard line, and this will be the 5th play of the drive coming up for the Knights right here.
Bunch of bodies in that backfield as King keeps it for first down yardage. Plunges ahead to about the 40-yard line of Nantucket.
First down, so that clock will stop once again as Sandwich moves the chains, and now they start it back up before they're even set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick reset. Coach Reese Everett yelling at his defense for energy. We could hear it all the way up here in the booth.
Again, Sandwich with 1 timeout left here in the first half. Nantucket with 2.
Spread formation for the Blue Knights here. Nemich, the only running back with King. He'll pass it. Looking, plenty of time. Throws it deep. Got a man out there. Broken up nicely. Good defense as well. That was Eli McKeever all by his lonesome out there. I know he plays catcher on the baseball field. Looked more like a center fielder out there as he was able to get his hands on the ball to break it up. The intended receiver, Tyler Jones.
That ball took off on McKeever, though. He thought he had it lined up perfectly, and it stayed in the air for an extra half a second, and Jones almost hauled that in. So McKeever got lucky. He got his fingertips on it or got into the line of vision of Jones, but that was a dangerous play right there.
The home run ball. So 3 passes already here. My over-under is, I don't know, man, getting dangerous. I took the under. As you can see, great Whalers spirit here all week long, and great job by Sean Davis as the Damian King under center here. 2nd and 10 now. It'll be a quick pitch. Finds the corner, but not much. Good job by Jeremy Jenkinson not hitting out of bounds there.
So that'll stop the clock, but it'll bring up 3rd down right now.
3rd and about 7, maybe 8 yards here for the offense. Clock stops with 1:58 left here in the first half. Again, got to think 4-down territory here for Coach Bersari and his offense as they are down 2 scores.
Their place kicker is number 6, Beckett Laurie. He wasn't hitting from very far.
Spread formation once again for King and the offense. Looking deep, got a man wide open, caught for first down yardage, and gets out of bounds wisely, saves the clock, or saves the timeout. Good job by Damian King. His 4th pass attempt is another completion.
Efficiency right here on the drive for Sandwich.
Wide open as the Whalers were caught in a little zone defense.
9th play of the drive coming up for Sandwich again, started at their own 35.
Ball at the 23-yard line of Nantucket, 1st and 10. King going to keep it himself. He's got a hole up the middle, finds the corner. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Knights, as Damian King goes 23 yards to the house. No flags on the play. He cut it up and found the corner and was able to outrace Joao Silva to the edge. And Damian King puts the Blue Knights on the board, 13-6. Now we'll see if they go for 2 to make it a 13-8 game. Good athleticism, and you see his speed. He is a Mr. Do-It-All for the Blue Knights at quarterback.
Great blocking up front, too, allowing him to spring through the outside, and King just weaving his way to the end zone.
So it will be Laurie to attempt the extra point here. Snap, good, kick up and good, and it is a 13-7 game with 1:28 left here in the first half. And the Blue Knights do a good job of matriculating down the field. They actually mix some pass and run in there on that drive with a couple of completions, a key completion on third down.
9 plays, 65 yards, 3 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock, and King with the 23-yard touchdown run for Sandwich to get their first points. And 13-7 rather, Nantucket with the lead. 1:28 to go in the second quarter. Nantucket with 2 timeouts left and Sandwich with 1, and the Whalers will get the ball on the kickoff in the second half.
So we'll see if Burke Lombardi and the offense come up with some late second quarter action here. Again, good place kicker in Jake Clark, and also number 98, Aguilar. They can connect from some distance. I saw them hitting from 45 in warm-ups here. So we'll see if they can get things started here with a good return.
Again, the kicker is Beckett Laurie, number 6 for Sandwich.
We'll see if they kick it off deep or try something here, a little squibby. It will be a squibby. And fielded by Hanlon. Gets outside, cuts it up, but good job by the Blue Knights coverage team. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Whalers at just their own 25-yard line, so it's going to be a long field if the Whalers are going to capitalize with 1:22 to play here in the second quarter, as Nantucket now finds themselves in a game, which we knew this would be, 13-7. Our score as Damian King finds the end zone. He's now John out there. He'll play safety here on defense.
The one thing
no rest for the weary.
Yeah, the one thing Nantucket can't do is get a 3-and-out here on passing plays that are incomplete and stop the clock. Again, Nantucket with 2 timeouts to work with before halftime, Sandwich with 1. But you need to get some positive yardage here.
Back to passes, Lombardi looking, firing sideline, got him. Dropped.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. There was plenty of room to work with if he would have caught that ball, but instead it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, stops the clock, 1:16 to go.
So Grimes unable to squeeze it.
But he had running room too, and the sideline too to get out of bounds
Absolutely.
and preserve the timeouts for the Whalers.
Just 6 seconds off the clock, so 1:16 to play here. 2nd and 10 for Lombardi and the offense. And up 13-7 here in the waning moments of the second quarter.
You got 2 receivers out here and nobody guarding them. Nobody's guarding Hanlon.
Lombardi looking the other way, going deep, and this is going to be overthrown. Little too far, as sprinting out there was Amari Bramwell. But you're right, they had 2 receivers with just 1 defender on the near side of us.
Well, Bramwell was off to the races too. If that could have connected, he had about 3 or 4 steps on the defender. So again, the clock stops, Chris. 1:10 to go. Nantucket with 1:10 to go, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Whalers right now. Sandwich looking to get the ball back here.
And again, no need to play the sideline game. They got 2 timeouts. They can stop the clock. Just got to move the chains here on 3rd down.
Or else Sandwich is going to get the ball back with their 1 timeout left.
Lombardi rolls, throwing outside. Oh, tough throw as it bounces into Jenkinson, and we got to stop setting up those scenarios,
I don't know.
buddy.
I'm not trying to jinx it, man. I just said what you can't do, and this isn't reverse psychology or anything here.
Right?
But now Sandwich is going to get the ball back. There's still 64 seconds to go in the half. Sandwich is probably going to get the ball back with good field position and a timeout to work with before halftime.
Let's see if Rashawn Ray can get into one. It'll be Damian King back to return here at his own 45-yard line. So it will be good field position, barring something crazy. Tricky snap, kick, bounces at the 50, and will die right at the 49-yard line. So again, good field position for the Blue Knights, and still 53 seconds left here on the clock. Whalers got to do something here to preserve their 13-7 lead. They scored on consecutive possessions, but unable to do so here on their last possession.
And the Whalers have just called a timeout, so both teams left with one timeout before halftime. And Sandwich will have it 1st and 10 at their own 49.
So once again, the momentum has flipped here. Sandwich began the game with 13 plays, had the momentum. Bad snap, forced a punt. Whalers take it back and score on consecutive possessions. And the Blue Knights got on the board with Damian King running in from 23 yards out.
And this is the closest that the competition has been to the Whalers this far into the ballgame going into halftime. You know, Whalers have the lead 13-7, but this is definitely not over by any means, where past few games we've done together, Chris, it was like, okay, when are we going to get to running time?
Yeah,
no,
they had a
Sandwich came to play today.
Falmouth was a 14-7 lead at halftime. Then
That's
they blew
true.
it open in the second half, but this is only a 6-point lead. So to his point, DC, great point. This is what we expected, though. This is what we expected.
This is the challenge that Nantucket has been eyeing up for weeks.
A little bit of adversity is not going to hurt this team for sure. They need to test their will here, and this is going to be the test of wills as, once again, spread formation for Damian King and the Sandwich offense on first down. Blitz coming. Passes away and short-hopped. Had to get rid of it. And the Whalers force an incomplete pass here, but my over-under is going to come way over now. That's pass number 5 already. 48 seconds left.
Yeah, King released that,
half.
and Jones wasn't even ready for it because King was pressured. So, again, both teams with the timeout left and 48 seconds to play. 2nd and 10 for Sandwich at their own 49-yard line. So if Nantucket plays it smart and Sandwich doesn't pick any yards, they could get the ball back before the end of the half.
Ben Yates providing the pressure for Nantucket, forcing the errant pass. Again, another spread formation here for the Blue Knights. King gets the snap. Plenty of time. Now faces some pressure, goes deep once again. Silva's there and unable to squeeze it. Or actually, Tavares actually on the edge there. Gillen Tavares, the intended receiver, number 2. Let's take a look at it. Finally, pressure provided by Jenkinson, but double coverage as Hanlon was out there. I don't have a number 2 on my Sandwich roster, so unfortunately I don't know the name of that receiver. But this brings up 3rd and 10 as both teams have fired it up incomplete here, and this last minute 20 has lasted about 10 minutes.
Right, and again, Nantucket could possibly get the ball back with the timeout left.
41 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Whalers with a 13-6 lead.
Sandwich has to hurry with the play clock winding
Coach
down.
Weber, the field hockey coach, after a victory over the Vineyard, trotting right in front of us. Here's a pass. Incomplete, out of bounds. Foot was on the play. Excellent catch right on the sidelines, but just had foot on the line. Referee right there to make the call. Great patience by Damian King as well. Waited, and then finally threw it where only his guy could catch it, or it was going to fall incomplete.
Suns peek through the clouds again, and here Nantucket's going to get the ball back. 33 seconds to play in the half, and the Whalers have a timeout to work with.
Let's see if number 11 can come up with some magic here and give the Whalers a good return. Bounding in front of him, it'll land at the 25, and that's just going to run all the way down to the 10-yard line. So 22 seconds left as the Blue Knights are forced to punt as well.
If I'm Nantucket, I just take a knee.
Yeah.
Sit on it too deep in your territory, only one timeout.
Right.
You go into the locker room with the lead, 13-7 right now. But
or give it to number 5. That's always a good call.
There you go. But you see now, as the game has developed in the first half, Chris, that Sandwich does have a passing threat, which we didn't see at all in the first quarter. Now they can open it up a little bit, and Nantucket may not be expecting their offensive plays, especially on defense.
They've already passed it 6 times, so I can throw away my over-under. Lombardi trots into the huddle. As you can see, the sunshine blasting through here, and the clouds have gone away, so it could be a sunny second half here as the Whalers will try and hold on to this 13-7 lead. They come out in a spread formation.
And before we go to the break at halftime,
it'll be a handoff to Hanlon, who gets the corner of the 20 and out of bounds with 17 seconds to go.
Before we get to halftime, too, Chris, we'll let you know if you're planning to go to the Martha's Vineyard game, how to get there next weekend as well before we go to commercial break before the half.
Sounds good. We're planning on going.
Oh, yeah, we'll be
so
there.
I need to know where to go.
Yes. Get on the boat.
Hanlon picks up about 5 yards on the edge. And 17 seconds to go here in the first half. A very competitive game as we expected. 13-7 our score. Whalers went up 13-0. Responded. Sandwich responds as Lombardi rolls. He's got some pressure. Throws it over the middle. Hanlon's got it at the 30. Timeout called immediately. Good throw on the run by Lombardi. And another catch for Aaron Hanlon. I love it when they listen to me. Get Hanlon the ball, throwing it. Great catch in between a couple of guys there by number 11.
Well, they're not listening to me by saying put the ball on ice and just taking it at halftime. But that's fine.
It's reverse psychology.
Yeah, that ball was a little wobbly, but Hanlon stepped up and made the catch, and now all of a sudden you've got
11 seconds.
If you play your cards right, you got a pass opportunity to the sidelines and then maybe a Hail Mary if you can get it up to about the 45 or the 50. Don't really have time to throw it in the middle of the field or rush the ball.
No, not without any timeouts. They definitely have taken that away. So
we'll let you know how to get to the Vineyard game while we have this timeout. Next Saturday, the boat leaves from the steamship. It's a slow boat from the steamship dock here on Nantucket at 7 a.m.
Bright and early, DC. Got to get some rest that night.
Yep, a $30 ticket for each individual as a passenger that wants to ride on the boat. Be there at 7, or the boat leaves at 7 o'clock sharp from Nantucket. Once you get to Martha's Vineyard, there'll be bus transportation provided to the high school. The boat leaves Martha's Vineyard at 5 o'clock sharp to come back in Nantucket. $30 each. Tickets on sale at the Nantucket office, high school office.
First and 10 at the 30. Lombardi to pass. He's got a man, Gillen Tavares, wide open. He's going to try and get the sideline. Oh, an illegal block will erase the play by Canton Jenkinson.
And there's 3 seconds left. That was perfectly executed except for the penalty.
So the block in the back will come down the field, but more importantly, 8 seconds off the clock. Despite the great efforts from Gillen Tavares to gain the sidelines and get as many yards as he could to set up a potential Hail Mary, that will be erased, and the Whalers got it down it here.
Yeah, just put it on ice, kneel down.
Take your lead into the halftime.
And that'll do it.
Oh, they will run the clock, and zeros on the board here. At the end of the first half, the Whalers and Blue Knights play a great first half here. And as we expected, the Whalers score twice and take a 13-7 lead into the halftime locker room. We'll be back here on the NSC and NCTV with some halftime festivities and a little chat about the game. We've got a good one here. Come on back for the second half. Looks like the Sunshine's going to come join us here as well.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for this Whalers football broadcast on the NSC provided in part by Nantucket Bank and Rockland Trust, providing financial education and resources to local communities for over a century. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Well, I'm here with two sisters that are huge Whalers sports fans and football fans. How fun has it been for you guys to watch this team so far this year?
This year's been great.
The flow winner.
Yeah.
Every minute. A great year.
How fun is it to see this team get so much better each and every year?
Third place
Love it. Love
goes
it.
to the freshman.
Getting back to the old Whaler games.
And my final question is for you, Gene. You're the great-great-grandmother of Burke Lombardi. How fun has it been to watch Burke play at such a great level?
It's the best part of my life.
Thank you guys so much. Back to you.
There you go. What was that? That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Great stuff from Colby Lucas here as we get our Spirit Week. Looks like the seniors are sweeping through the Spirit Week here. DC 13-7 our score here, but we expected a close game. That is not a surprise. What is a little surprising is Sandwich's effectiveness on the passing game.
Yeah.
They grinded it out and were unable to score on their first drive after 13 plays. The mishap on the snap obviously caused them to punt, but Damian King can do it all. He can throw it, he can pass it, and he can also run it. So great stuff as we expected. The Whalers able to capitalize on a couple of drives here. Burke Lombardi able to catch the Blue Knights with one-on-one coverage on Aaron Hanlon. That just shouldn't happen.
Yep.
He
They
just
also
sprinted underneath one, and they grinded one out and got Gillen Tavares a 1-yard plunge for their second score.
Whalers also benefited from great field position, too. They started out at their own 43 in the first quarter after Sandwich held the ball for it seemed like forever. 3 and out, they had to punt. Next possession, though, started at their own 47. 42-yard touchdown pass from Lombardi to Hanlon. That gave Nantucket a 7-0 lead with the extra point. Then they started off with the Sandwich 49-yard line, 8 plays, 49 yards, 3:21 off the clock. Tavares with a 1-yard plunge, 13-0. They missed the extra point, but so far, Nantucket's biggest challenge has been Sandwich for this season. The other thing I'll give credit for, except for what happened right before halftime, the penalties have been coming down.
Yeah.
Nantucket's only committed 2 penalties, so actually 3. One of them was offsetting, but an offsides call that really didn't. It washed out.
Fortunately.
And then at the very end, the block in the back. Sandwich 2 penalties, a hold, and a personal foul penalty, which helped Nantucket drive down the field to score the touchdown. So a relatively clean game as far as it comes to penalties for Nantucket. You need to keep focus on that in the third and the fourth quarters. Other than that, Sandwich opening up the playbook in the second quarter really threw Nantucket for a loop for the first couple of plays, but you got to focus on the big guys. And Nantucket's offensive weapons, there's plenty of them. They've spread them around. As we're watching the homecoming ceremonies right now.
Homecoming court here. Great stuff from Sean Davis.
I want to say,
down on the field, you can see Hank there.
The crowd from last night and the crowd this afternoon, Chris. I mean, there were plenty of people out here last night enjoying the food and the bonfire last night. So certainly thanks to everybody that set that up. It was great to feel part of the community.
Nantucket Booster Club, man. Just got to keep giving them props. It's great stuff from Tommy Hanlon and his crew.
I also want to say, if you want to come to the game next week, the Island Cup, the boat leaves the dock at 7 o'clock sharp from the steamship dock. They have chartered a boat to go over there, $30 per person per ticket. It gets you a walk-on boat ticket to go over to Martha's Vineyard. The boat leaves at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. Once you get to Martha's Vineyard, there'll be a shuttle bus that takes you to the high school. You can enjoy the game, be back on the boat on Martha's Vineyard at 5 o'clock to bring you right back here to Nantucket, and hopefully it'll be a joyous celebration with you guys partying on the deck on the way back from the Vineyard next Saturday. So tickets are on sale, $30 each. And you can purchase them at the Cyrus Pierce Middle School, the athletic director's office here at Nantucket High School, or the main
Travis
office.
can't wait to field all these phone calls.
Yeah, no phone calls. He said, I even asked him that. I said, is there a way to get them online or buy them on the phone? He goes, no, you got to come in person. So during regular school hours, if you walk into the Nantucket High School main office, there should be some walk-on tickets for the steamship boat to Martha's Vineyard next Saturday. Again, the boat leaves at 7 a.m. sharp here from Nantucket, and then the boat leaves to come back after the game at 5 o'clock sharp from the Vineyard Haven dock for steamship. That'll be next weekend. And if you can't make it out there, we will have the game for you live here on the NSC and NCTV.
45th Annual Island Cup. It'll be the 75th overall meeting between the Vineyard and the Whalers as we see the cheerleading squad coming out for their halftime festivities. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV and come on back with the second half. We've also got some highlights here from last night's festivities as we enjoy them on our way out here. We'll come back with the second half of football. Whalers up 13-7.
guys, I'm here with Tristan Grimes, wide receiver for the Whaler football team. Tristan, you participated in some Whaler homecoming events today, including the relay race where you came in first. How cool was it to win in that event and even participate in it?
It was really fun, and it was really cool, just the opportunity to do that, especially to win my senior year. You know, I'll probably never get an opportunity to be in the community like this with the student section and everything like that, so it was really fun.
You know, how cool is it to see the community coming together for this team, for this island, supporting the team, and enjoying such awesome activity?
Yeah, our fans are really supportive, and it's great. They're with us with the highs and the lows. You know, when we were 0-8 a couple years ago, and now we're 6-0. So we're really grateful for them always being here for us.
So tomorrow, a big game. Not only is it the homecoming game, it's also a senior game. What are you most looking forward to going into tomorrow?
I'm most looking forward to probably getting revenge on Sandwich. They beat us pretty bad last year in Nantucket on homecoming. So mostly that, and just, you know, get to play on the home field one more time with my seniors.
And final question, this team has made a huge improvement from last year, even 2 years ago to this year. What have you been most proud of this team?
Something I'm most proud of is probably just how we came together. I remember just being on the team the past 3 years, and even last year or 2 years ago. It just felt like now, like we're so much more like as a team, like as a family together than the last 3 years. All
right, thank you so much, Tristan.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. Capizzo Stadium. We've got 12 minutes on the clock here. Second half of action coming up. Whalers up 13-7. Congratulations to all involved in the Homecoming Spirit Week. Great stuff all week here. As again, Colby Lucas said it perfectly. It is just magical, this island that we live on and the community that supports its students and students athletically. So it starts with the students and ends with the students and the families obviously behind them. 100%, not only as fans, but as supporters of whatever these kids need to succeed in the classrooms and also here on the field. The Whalers so far succeeding quite nicely, 13-7 the lead. They will get the ball, most importantly, here to begin the second half to try and extend that lead out. They had a great play set up for Gillen Tavares. Unfortunately, the penalty nullified it as they were set up for a little Hail Mary scenario to possibly do a score and get the ball back. But nonetheless, the Whalers look to convert and get a score here to begin things here in the second half to extend that lead to a two-score advantage once again. The Whalers got the things going here in the first quarter, or no, the second quarter, because the Blue Knights basically took care of the first quarter as far as time of possession. But off of a punt, their second possession of the game, it was Hanlon, the recipient of a 42-yard touchdown pass from Burke Lombardi to get things going. The Whalers backed that up in their second possession. 1-yard plunge from David Gillen Tavares, taking advantage again of a short field. And the Blue Knights found the end zone on a 23-yard touchdown run from quarterback number 7, Damian King. And DC, what are your thoughts here going into the second half?
So I like the fact that Nantucket was disciplined. The penalties didn't really affect them in the first half. Sandwich opened up the playbook in the second quarter, which threw Nantucket for a loop a little bit. Probably more of a balanced attack, rushing and passing for Sandwich on offense in the second half. Sun has come out, so that might become a factor with the sun glare. Winds changed a little bit of a direction, too. From the north now, 10 miles per hour, gusting to 20 miles per hour, so it's blowing from the far press box that you see all the way across towards us here Temperature's still in the upper 50s, no chance of rain, but see if those things become a factor, especially the sun glare. Nantucket will be going left to right to start this second half with 12 minutes up on the clock.
Yeah, you can see Coach Borsari here on the sidelines. He's like shielding his eyes, trying to talk to his players, looking back into the glare of the sun.
Yeah, we had the sun out for almost all the pregame, and then the first quarter hit and it went behind the clouds, and now it's wide open again, and there's only a few clouds in the sky.
This is what high school football is all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is great stuff here. Fans all the way around the entire field here. And we are set for the second half here as the Blue Knights kick it off to awaiting Whalers. It'll be another line driver that takes a bounce. Fielded at the 18-yard line. Silva looks to catch the corner. He does so, 35. And good open field tackle there. It'll be about the 37-yard line, where Nantucket will begin their second possession, or second half possession here. Looking to add to their 13-7 lead here.
Good return right there, which will start it. Let's see where they spot the ball. 36.
So
36 for Nantucket. That is the worst field position that they've started with all game. Again, they were right around midfield.
We don't count the end of the first half there at the 10-yard line, but it'll be a run up the middle. Good tackle there as Canton Jenkinson able to get across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. So good start for the Whalers offense, 5 yards on first down. Couple of hand tackles as Jenkinson nearly broke free. Good hole opened up there by the interior line as Lombardi comes into the huddle at 2nd and 5. Jeremy Jenkinson to the near side. And it'll be Tavares. Gets the pitch. He's got the corner. 40, 45, 50. Flag down. Gillen Tavares sprints down the sidelines. But this one's going to come back.
Yeah, unfortunately, I want to give credit to Aaron Hanlon on the block.
Canton Jenkinson tackled a guy, tackled number 9, and the referee found it.
Yeah, I want to say, though, credit to Hanlon for getting out on the opening block to spring it. He was not involved in the penalty right there, so Nantucket doing a good job of blocking, except you can't, as you mentioned, Chris, you can't tackle a guy.
Not on offense.
No.
So the penalty will bring it all the way back to the original 1-yard loss after the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 6, maybe a long 7, or long 6, short 7 for the Whalers. So the Gillen Tavares big gainer erased on a penalty. It'll be Jenkinson. Or Eli McKeever, he's got some room to run. Gets a great block downfield by Hanlon and out of bounds across midfield, and then a flag on the Blue Knights as they tackle McKeever out of bounds. So that'll be an extra 15. Whalers will be in business at the Sandwich 30-yard line after a 15-yard penalty will be marched off on a late hit out of bounds.
And again, Hanlon, number 11, out on the lead block there to spring the runner for a couple extra yards.
It.
Yep.
Great
doing a
job
little bit of
by number
everything
11
in this game. So Nantucket basically makes up the yardage for what they lost on that block in the back or holding penalty just a moment ago. This will be the 4th play of the drive coming up for the Whalers that started at their own 36.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So great run by Eli McKeever, his first touch of the ball on offense, and he takes advantage and picks up an extra 15 yards on the penalty.
The multiple weapons for Nantucket on offense. Here they are coming alive here to start the second half.
McKeever, another multi-sport athlete. He's the catcher for the baseball team. Can't wait to see them in action. Here's Hanlon. He's got some space and a dude in front. Cuts it out 25, 20, all the way down to the 15-yard line. So 18 yards on the gain for Aaron Hanlon as he weaved his way through white jerseys. Have a look.
Just following that big boy, number 55, Keegan Bedell. Actually
Boom,
gives him a push in the
go.
back and says, hey, I'm right on your tail, buddy. Find a white jersey to block for me. Great job. The blocking, besides the penalty, the blocking's been pretty spectacular for Nantucket here to start this drive.
All season long. 1st and 10 and the Sandwich 14-yard line as the Whalers sprint to the line. It'll be Tavares. He is wrangled immediately.
Where
Big
the
number 56, Colton Halford, the the defensive player there for Sandwich.
Where the openings have been, Chris? Outside. Get that lead blocker towards the corner, and Nantucket's had no problem running right behind them. It's trying to run between the tackles, between the guards, where Nantucket has not had much success this afternoon.
No gain on the run. 2nd and 10 for the Whalers here.
Tristan
Deep
Grimes.
Inside Sandwich territory.
Tristan Grimes lines out wide to the near side of the field. Lines up wide.
It'll be a handoff again. McKeever's got the corner once again. 15-10. 5 cuts it up. Touchdown Whalers! Eli McKeever flexing his muscles from 18 yards out. And the Whalers take it down the field and punch it in, extending that lead to 19-7. Let's see if they go for 2 here to make it a 21-7 game. No problems on offense as McKeever finds the corner and tries to find a Sandwich player to say hello to, of course.
I want to give credit. I just mentioned his name, Tristan Grimes with a great block.
Yep.
And again, Keegan Bedell springing out, making another lead block and allowing him to get the corner, McKeever, to score the touchdown for the Whalers with 9:34 to go in the third quarter.
Great athletes on the line. They can do it all, that's for sure. O-line, D-line, doesn't matter, and the Whalers will go for 2 here. It'll be an insider to Hanlon, and he squeaks into the end zone for the 2-pointer, make it 21-7 here with 9:34 to go. So the Whalers take it right down the field. No problemo. Again, you said it. Stay outside those tackles, and they are just supreme athletes on the outside.
6 plays, 64 yards, 2 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock. The 18-yard run to the corner of the end zone by McKeever, and Nantucket up 21-7 over Sandwich with 9:34 to go in the third quarter. Again, efficiency for Nantucket. Yes, they got the block in the back penalty, but it was offset by a personal foul penalty against Sandwich, which kept the drive alive for Nantucket.
Absolutely. They were able to survive that penalty, so to speak. So 21-7 now the lead for the Whalers, back to a 2-score lead, I should say. As it'll be Clark to kick it off. Tyler Jones back. He's done a good job for the Blue Knights on the returns. Clark with a short end-over-end kick. This will be fielded at the 27 and blasted. Stays on his feet, though. And across the 30 to about the 33, maybe the 34, and a flag on the play. That's going to be against the Whalers. The chippiness is just not going to be tolerated by the Stripes.
And this is where we usually see it come back to bite the Whalers in the second half.
They've scored on their first possession of the second half, but will now.
He has a son on the team. Brandon, how fun has it been to watch your son play and this team in general?
Oh, it's been an amazing environment. It's such a great venue here. So happy to see so many fans to a high school game. We don't get that much in our town, so it's great to be here. It's a great vibe. I'm enjoying this competitive game. It's just been awesome.
Yeah, how was the trip over to the island? Because obviously you guys are on the mainland. You don't have to take a boat trip to every game. How cool is it coming over on the ferry to this one?
It's actually pretty neat. Normally it's just car for us, but on the boat, it's definitely different. Kudos to all the Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard Island people taking that boat. It's something. It was nice.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Guys, back to you. Appreciate it, Brandon.
Hey!
It'll be King keeping it. Good job keeping his feet there, and he plunges ahead for about 4, maybe 5. Give King 4 yards on the keeper. Nearly slipped and fell, but kept his momentum going forward and able to get 4 yards on first down. 2nd and 6 for the Blue Knights. Their first possession here in the second half, and he will be looking directly into the sunshine here, setting into the horizon on the west.
Well, they're right back at the line of scrimmage here.
Little hurry up.
Catch Nantucket off guard.
Sure. And flags fly all over the place. False start called on the offense, so 4 yards gain will be erased on the false start as Basari yells at his offense about something. Not pleased with the movement before the snap. So it'll be 2nd and 11 now on the 5-yard penalty. Clock continuing to run, under 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Whalers up 21-7, took the second half kickoff down the field. And Eli McKeever with a couple of big plays, including the 18-yard scamper into the end zone.
It's a third penalty called against Sandwich for 30 yards. If you don't count the offsetting personal foul penalty that Nantucket picked up as well. Nantucket right now with 4 penalties for 35 yards against them.
So 2nd and 11 for King and the offense. He's coming to us here. Another flag down. Oh, good block on the edge, and he will get the edge and out of bounds at the Whaler 45-yard line. Let's see if it stands. Illegal motion called on the offense. So erase it. Once again, as the Blue Knights are having troubles here on offense, they're going the wrong way. And
back-to-back
coaches
penalties.
are frustrated here with back-to-back offensive line penalties as well.
Yeah, remember where this drive would have started for Sandwich at their own 31-32-yard line.
Yep.
With the foul or with the penalty against Nantucket, they started the drive right at midfield at the 50, and now Sandwich has the ball placed at their own 43-yard line.
So 2nd and 16 now for King and the Sandwich offense. Clock stops with 7:50. Oh, no, clock is running with 7:55 and counting.
Minute and a half off this drive for Sandwich. This will be their 4th play of the drive.
Little motion as King goes back to pass. Simpson is there, back pass, and that's incomplete. Did go forward. That was going to be a play all the way back to Tyler Jones here on the near side. Good job by the Whalers getting some pressure on there. Russell Simpson.
All over the place. Love calling his name because you know that he's going to be close to the quarterback. This is a huge third down right here. 3rd and about 15 and a half for Sandwich. If they can't convert, Nantucket will get the ball back.
Oh, the wind is blowing our way because I can smell that concession grill. I missed my linguiça at halftime.
Sandwich slow getting the play.
Yeah, they're going to have to hustle the line here. Great job by the Whalers defense here so far.
This drive has gone -6 yards so far for Sandwich. This will be the 5th play coming
spread
up.
Formation for King. 2 wideouts to the near side. Looks our way. Quick hitter. And it's tipped. Oh, it caught! And he's down the sidelines. And what a great play by Tucker Carline to catch the tip pass and take it for a 1st down. Let's have a look. It was actually... That was on purpose. That was a hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Well executed by the Blue Knights. Got to tip your cap there.
Throw it to Jones, number 5 in the white jersey, and quickly he releases it. And a great way to pick up a 1st down.
Wow.
That's a crucial 1st down picked up by Sandwich on 3rd and about 15, and now they're in Whalers territory.
A little trickery from Doug Barsari in the offense, and it works. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Whalers, and the Blue Knights are in business.
6th play coming up. Again, the drive started for Sandwich at the 50-yard line. So far, they've eaten up about 2.5 minutes off the clock.
Jones split out, shotgun formation. It'll be King to keep it, however, and he gets blasted by Bedell after a short gain. Let's see where they spot it. Couple yards by Keegan, couple yards after Bedell with the initial hit. 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Blue Knights again, already in 4-down territory.
And King, I think, took a little turf to his helmet as he's slow walking over to the sideline to get the play in. Nantucket with no substitution, so this defense is out there to stay. 7th play again coming up for Sandwich right here at the Nantucket 25-yard line.
They sprint up to the line here, but it's King in shotgun, and that one's gobbled up as the whole right side of the offensive line didn't block anybody. Whalers with 3 guys in there, including big number 74, Dakara Turner.
And again, King slow to get up. He's still sitting down on the turf right now. And he's got his teammate Tyler Jones, number 5, helping him up.
Helped up there, holding his midsection there.
Got to get the play in quickly.
Took a couple of dudes.
Another huge 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 8 for Sandwich. Remember, they converted a 3rd and 15 just a moment ago.
And a little hook and ladder along the sidelines, well executed. Bunch formation here. Again, they just got to get 8 yards in 2 plays. And this will be a little reverse. Jenkinson is there. Ken Jenkinson with a great open field tackle. And that'll force a 4th and very long. We'll have to see what the Sandwich offense comes up with here. This is outside of field goal territory. You just got to go here.
Yeah, McElroy didn't expect it once he got the little pitch on the trickery play. Turned the corner, and Jenkinson was waiting for him behind the line of scrimmage. So this officially on the scoreboard, 4th and 8 at the Whaler 27-yard line.
Yeah, it's back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, so 4th and 10, actually.
9th play of the drive coming up for Sandwich. The drive started at midfield at the 50.
Spread formation. King awaits the snap. Good snap, throws, and it's caught. Going to be real close to first down yardage. They'll give it to him. First down, 10 yards on the play, so Damian King connects.
Great job by the receiver there to find where the markers were, make the catch, and lean forward to make sure he gets the first down.
Tyler Jones, the junior, able to find a little spot, and King able to get there.
5 minutes off the clock for Sandwich on this drive so far. It started at the 50-yard line. This will be the 10th play for Sandwich.
Again, they have shortened the game here, chewing up a bunch of clock here in this third quarter. 1st and 10 at the Whalers 16. Motion behind King, and it'll be Nemich, and you just cannot turn him backwards. He's just going to fall forwards for some positive yards no matter what.
That was Evan Cranston that fell over the top of the pile at the end, number 54 in blue for Nantucket.
So no gain for Nemich. He didn't get tackled for a loss, but no gain is a win.
Again,
That's
we're
as good as
seeing
it's going to get.
For Nantucket, Cranston running off the field. Looks to be okay, though, just a reasonable substitution.
Sub out.
Yep.
2nd and 10 for the Blue Knights here. Looking to make this a one-possession game once again. Spread formation for the King in the offense. He's going to run it up the middle, and good yardage. Let's see where they end up marking it.
Chris, 5 minutes.
3rd and about, we'll call it 5.
The clock is still running on this drive. Sandwich has used up 5 minutes and 25 seconds off this clock. They started at their own 50-yard line, and this will be the 12th play of the drive coming up. Eerily similar to what they started off with this game in their opening drive. 13 plays that started at their own 20, but it ended up in a punt after they used about 8+ minutes off the clock. Nantucket hoping for the same scenario here. Bend but don't break. Don't give up any points.
Tucker Carline sprints in the play for the Blue Knights offense. 3rd and 5. It'll be Carline on the sweep. Whalers are there. He breaks through, and Carline's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Blue Knights score on the sweep. Tucker Carline finds the end zone from 10 yards out amidst the smoke of the concession stand. And we've got ourselves a ball game once again. Good job by Carline to find the edge, and he sprinted it in. Good speed from Tucker Carline. As the Blue Knights will now attempt the extra point to make it a 7-point game with 2:26 to play here in the third quarter.
12 plays, only 50 yards, but 7 minutes and 2 seconds taken off the clock on that drive for Sandwich to score the touchdown, a 10-yard run by Carline.
Low snap, kick is up, and no good. Oh, hits the post and stoinks in.
Lucky.
Wow.
The doink off the upright as it was hooking. Bad snap. You can see it right here.
Good job by the holder to get it down at all and off the post and in.
Yeah. Laurie almost looked like he sped it up because he saw the rush coming.
Yep.
Barely got it across the crossbar or up over the crossbar, but that makes it a 7-point game.
Well, this is exactly what we expected, a little back-and-forth affair here, and I think, honestly, this is good for the Whalers to have this kind of a test before we head into the Vineyard game and also beyond that because they have not been tested yet.
No. No.
Not like this.
Second half, it's been Nantucket running away with it.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to go to the Vineyard game, tickets on sale, $30 each at Nantucket High School or the athletic director's office. Boat leaves Nantucket at 7 a.m. next Saturday for the Vineyard and comes back, leaves the Vineyard at 5 o'clock. If you want to go, tickets are $30 per person for the passenger big boat for steamship.
Come join us. It's going to be a
And if you can't,
hoot.
watch it here
Absolutely.
on Xfinity Comcast Channel 1072, the NSC on NCTV, and also on YouTube Live across the world.
Blue Knights and Beckett Laurie set to kick it off after the touchdown. It'll be another squibber handled by the upman Grimes. 30, 35, and wrestled down by his helmet.
It's a great tackle there by
lost a
Johnny
couple of yards.
Pensack.
33-yard line will be the starting position for the Whalers here for their second possession of the second half. They scored a touchdown. Eli McKeever rumbling in from 18 yards out to begin the second half. The Blue Knights answer with their own touchdown drive. Slightly different.
Yeah,
7 minutes.
A little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
7 minutes and 2 seconds on a 12-play drive that only went 50 yards, and it took that much time off the clock.
Right.
Remember, there were a bunch of penalties thrown in there, too, that pushed Sandwich back.
Here's a pitch out to Tavares. He's got a blocker, and he'll dive ahead for 3, maybe 4 yards. They give him 5 yards on the spot. 39-yard line. Good run by Gillen Tavares there on the sweep. Clock approaching 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Whalers now up 21-14. Again, the winner of this will win at least a share of the league title and pick up a bunch of points for the MIAA. Tavares once again up ahead, and he will gain nothing. May have lost a yard.
And you saw Hanlon come across, and I thought it was going to be a trick play or maybe a handoff for Hanlon to go to the wide side, but that just didn't look good from the snap.
It's not the strength of the Whalers. They especially against this team, which definitely has enough size to play with Nantucket, if not being a little bit bigger on the inside. There's some big bodies to move around. That number 72 right there, Evan Watts, the senior. He chews up a lot of yardage, a lot of space just being there. So 3rd and 4, maybe 5 for the Whalers here. And Lombardi back to pass, faces some pressure, gets the ball out, got a man. He caught by Jenkinson at the 50 as he wrestles and still on his feet. Good job by Ken Jenkinson to find an opening along the sidelines, and a great job by Lombardi under duress. Finds a wide open receiver along the far side of the field. For first down yardage, a third down conversion always key.
Jenkinson's going to get a breather on the sideline, but what yards after catch. Great effort by Jenkinson to stick with it, push his way forward to pick up an extra 2 or 3 yards, and another first down, which continues the drive for the Whalers. Should be the last play of the third quarter right here. So we're down to 30 seconds to play in the third.
Lombardi awaits the snap. He'll give it on a sweep again to McKeever, and McKeever's got room 30 or 40. First down yardage as McKeever thought he could have gotten some more. Clock will stop momentarily at 18 seconds as they move the clock. Another big first down for the Whalers. Chunk plays have been the story for the Whalers offense all year, and that's another one. 13 yards for McKeever, 1st and 10. As that will likely do it here for the third quarter. Zeros on the board. We'll come back with fourth quarter action here. Keep it right here. We've got an exciting ball game for all the marbles. It is a 21-14 lead for the Whalers after 3 quarters of play.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast. The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for this Whalers football broadcast on the NSE provided in part by Nantucket Bank and Rockland Trust, providing financial education and resources to local communities for...
Live action here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. First play of the fourth quarter to be Hanlon trying to catch the edge. He does so, cuts it upfield for good yardage here on first down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Have a look-see, comes right at us. It'll be a jet sweep there as, again, this is the strength. Bedell leading the way once again as he cuts up inside one tackler and gets a good gain as he comes up a little gimpy.
He's got turf. He's got half of the field stuck in his face mask.
Got some seriously expensive real estate.
He got face planted on the tackle right there.
Yeah.
Whalers started this drive at their own 34-yard line with 2:21 left in the third quarter, so they've eaten up about 3 minutes. This will be the fifth play of the drive coming up for Nantucket. The sandwich 28.
6 yards on the gain for Hanlon. 2nd and 4. It'll be Tavares looking to catch it outside. He cuts it up, and he's got first down yardage and more. The big fellow rumbles all the way inside the 20 to about the 15-yard line, make it the 17-yard line. Have a look-see. This is a good job of cutting it outside the tackle.
Watch the block by McKeever, number 4. Right
Boom,
there
right
to hold
there.
that, to give him a couple extra yards to bounce that back inside.
Again, just great fundamentals in the offensive line and the wide receivers and running backs that stay with their blockers and just give those running backs an opportunity to read the play and move it along. 1st and 10 Whalers inside the red zone at the Blue Knights 16. Hanlon gets around one, does not evade another. That's going to be a big loss. Good job by number 24 to finish it off. That's Nick Lopes. A loss of about 4 on that play, so 2nd and 14 upcoming for the Whalers. Hanlon unable to outrace a couple of sandwich defenders on that play.
Sun is in the face of Nantucket on offense right now. Wind has died down a little bit. It looks like it's blowing at the backs of the Nantucket players for a little bit.
Lombardi comes in with the play. Behind the sticks a little bit here at the 22-yard line.
10 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining for regulation.
Spread formation, 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. It'll be a quick hitter, complete to Grimes. He cuts it outside. He's got some room and upended at the 15. So good job by the Blue Knights to contain that.
And McKeever might have gotten away, number 4, Nantucket, with a hold there as he was trying to keep Laurie away.
10 yards on the quick hitter to Grimes. Brings up 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
This would be, if Nantucket doesn't pick up any yardage, about a 31, 32-yard field goal attempt for Clark. I'm sorry, 26. I'm sorry, 36-yard attempt for Clark. But first things first, they want to pick up the first down.
Yeah,
here.
could be 4-down territory for the Whalers offense as well. Here's an insider to McKeever. He's got first down yardage and more. And still grinding for yards as the whistle blows. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Whalers as they pick up a first down. And they'll have it 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
So for Nantucket, 10th play of the drive coming up that started at their own 34. And they've eaten up about 4 minutes off the clock.
Great. Again, another great response by the Whalers after the Blue Knights make it a game, a 1-score game. They have marched right down the field and are 5 yards away from pay dirt. Silva to the near side. He's looking. Fade to Silva. Got it! Touchdown, Whalers! What a catch!
Woohoo!
Joao Silva will get a penalty for talking after the play. But he catches a great throw from Lombardi for a touchdown. Have a look-see. This is a pretty pass and an even better catch.
Throws it up. Silva. Oh, off balance, making
touchdown.
The catch.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Now, Sandwich might have the opportunity to enforce this penalty on the extra point, which would be huge.
Or they could take it on the kickoff.
And 2 penalties, it looked like. against
unsportsmanlike. So I think they're going to march them back and make them go for a long 2-point conversion. Oh, no, they're going to take it on the kickoff. So Clark out for the extra point. So it'll be yardage on the kickoff after this touchdown. But the most important thing, Whalers up 27-14 on a great catch from Joao Silva. High snap, Clark up with the kick, and it is good as point number 28 goes up on the board, and the Whalers once again up 14 points, 28-14 with 8:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. So we'll see what the Blue Knights can do to respond here once again as they try and keep pace with the Whalers offense, which we knew was going to be a hard thing to do.
10 plays, 66 yards on the drive, 5 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock, leads to a 7-yard touchdown pass from Lombardi to Silva. So Nantucket up 14 points, 28-14, fourth quarter, 8:26, both teams with 3 timeouts. But if you're Sandwich, you can do what you've been doing. You just got to do it a lot quicker. They can't eat up that much time because they're down by 2 points with these drives. Yeah, they got to move this.
Yeah, this should be
this
marched
kickoff
off
back
here. The Whalers are going to kick this off from the 25-yard line, not the 40. So this will, in all likelihood, set up the Blue Knights in pretty good field position as the return men now are at their own 30, 35, and 40-yard lines, respectively. 3 guys out there as they prepare. And it'll be Aguilar to kick it off here. He's got a little bit bigger of a leg. We'll see what he can do here. It'll be an end over end along the sidelines here at the 35 to the 40. 45 and out to about the 50 is where Tucker Carline returns it before he meets a crew of blue. As again, the chippiness and the talking continues here. No love lost between these two teams, that's for sure.
And
any sport.
7 penalties, Chris, for 70 yards whistled against the Whalers. Still ahead, 28-14, but we keep talking about it. Eventually it's going to catch up to them. Maybe not in this game, but it's something they definitely have to worry about. And again, unsportsmanlike penalties, personal foul penalties, these aren't. These are ones that you can control. Yeah, these are the ones that you can control and have to be more disciplined with.
So 1st and 10 for Damian King as he runs it into the huddle. Ball rests on their Sandwich 48-yard line. They are now down 2 scores once again with 8:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. The winner will be able to hang a banner for a Cape and Islands League title. Little pitch back across the 50 to about the 48-yard line of Nantucket goes Carline. Another good gain on first down, 4 yards.
And again, both teams with all 3 timeouts, but Sandwich has to be clock conscious right now. They can't have these 6, 7, 8 play drives that eat up 3 or 4 minutes. You're down by 14 points. You need 2 scores right here. So, yeah, plenty of time, but the way Sandwich has been running it, time is of the essence right now as we're down to 7:50 to play in the fourth.
It is definitely their enemy.
$7:40 to play here in the fourth.
Shotgun formation, just as you said. Here's 4 wideouts. Spread formation for the Blue Knights on offense. King bobbles the snap, and he's got a little pass intercepted. Jenkinson's going to go to the house for a Whalers. Pick 6. Touchdown! Jeremy Jenkinson picks it off and takes it 49 yards for an exclamation point.
Oh, boy, was that served up like a giant piece of cake for Jenkinson. He read it all the way. He stepped right in front of the receiver, Nemec, who's been torturing Nantucket on the ground all day, and just saw daylight up ahead as we take a look right here.
A little lofted pass. He was open momentarily, but Jenkinson says, no, sir.
Well,
King unable to catch up to Jeremy Jenkinson. His 2nd touchdown on defense this season, and that breaks it open for the Whalers as they look to add on an extra point here as Aguilar stays in the game to kick the extra point.
I'm going to show my Jets' frustration. Look like A.J. Dewey. Oh, look out.
And that'll be a botch snap. So no good on the extra point.
I was going to say that. Oh, he's watched.
Yeah, tough snap.
The interception looked like A.J. Dewey in the championship game, the Dolphins against the Jets, where he ran it back for the touchdowns. But my goodness, I mean, what
a play.
And perfect timing, too. 7:20 left to go in this game. And now Nantucket can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. As you get a picture of Chip Clooney, does such a fantastic job for Whalers there. He is the PA announcer for multiple sports. Just a great guy, and he is another voice of the Whalers, to say the least. He's outdone me for sure. And, man, the Whalers up now 20 points here, 34-14 on the pick six. Huge play on defense.
Aguilar is going to get an opportunity to kick off again.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe something happened to Clark here. Hopefully nothing. But Aguilar in to kick it off here. He puts his leg into it, and this is a good kick all the way back to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Good blocking, 35, all the way out to the 45-yard line, so a nearly 40-yard return. As Jay Nolasco on the tackle and special teams.
Nantucket doesn't need any penalties for the rest of this game.
They mark it at the 47-yard line.
You're up by 20 points. Show some discipline. There may, I don't think there's time to put some of the reserves in too, if they need that. Don't take your foot off the gas, but still, got to play smart these last 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
As DC said, just over 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter as the Whalers put an exclamation point up with a defensive touchdown, now up 34-14. A little reverse here. Gillen Tavares and Russell Simpson. Oh, no, big number 74, Dakara Turner, the senior, able to get in on the tackle for no gain as Borsari goes deeper into the playbook, trying to get a little reverse to
and no sense of urgency.
Things up.
No sense of urgency from Sandwich right here. Both teams with 3 timeouts, but they are taking their sweet old time in the huddle, even though they're down by 20 points and the clock running with 6:40 to go in the fourth.
They gave him 1 yard on the play, so 2nd and 9 as King brings the offense back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wideouts. His last pass intercepted and returned for a touchdown by Jeremy Jenkinson. Let's see what he's got here. Little quick hitter. Oh, nearly intercepted again by Keegan Bedell, who's had a fantastic game on the offensive line. Nearly had himself an interception. And he had some daylight if he was able to track it down, too.
Everybody wants to get in on the act on this one.
6:20.
You think they can smell that victory like we can smell the hamburgers and hot
dogs?
dogs?
I'll tell you what, that smells like victory. I'll refrain from the Apocalypse Now quote.
It smells delicious up in the booth.
Charles queued it up.
And it smells delicious down on the field in the timeout by Sandwich. So
timeout call by Sandwich. Maybe we'll try and catch up with Colby.
Or we could tell you if you want tickets to Martha's Vineyard, the Island Cup game, next Saturday. Game is at 1 o'clock. Tickets on sale. We'll go down to Colby and see who he has right now.
There's a little pep band for you.
Also the Nantucket Fire Department.
Great stuff from the pep band here for Nantucket. And again, a phenomenal crowd here around Vito Capizzo Stadium.
And if you want to come join us next Saturday, boat leaves Nantucket at 7 o'clock from the steamship dock, and it will leave from Martha's Vineyard at 5 o'clock. Game time is set for a little after 1 at Martha's Vineyard. $30 for a round-trip ticket and bus transportation to and from the field at Martha's Vineyard High School through the steamship. You can buy the tickets in person only at the high school main office or the athletic director's office now up until Friday afternoon.
Another huge third down here for the Sandwich Blue Knights. 3rd and 9. It'll be King turning around, running it across the 50, grabbing onto the jersey, unable to bring him down, but it'll be 4th and a couple here as another flag comes out. 4 flags down as each of the stripes wanted to get in on the action. We'll see
Turner.
how that pans out, as it looked like the Blue Knights player was involved first, but
Colton Halford is number 56 in white for Sandwich coming off the field. Coach isn't happy with him. And personal foul penalties
they
against
offset,
both teams
so
that offset.
that's the easy way out for the Stripes. But either way, both penalties happened after the fact, so it's 4th and 4 upcoming here for the Blue Knights.
Coach Reese almost all the way out to the hash marks right now. Coach for Nantucket trying to get an explanation.
Yep.
8 penalties, 85 yards against Nantucket in this ballgame. Hasn't come back to hurt him, but again.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And again, personal foul and sportsmanlike penalties, they've added up this afternoon.
So a huge 4th down here for the Blue Knights. That got to make if you got any chance here, as the clock will now run and timeout now called for Nantucket.
Yeah, Coach Reese is saying he's ready to get involved in the play.
He's trying to get an explanation here from the white hat, as the Whalers will call timeout. We'll keep it here because, DC, why don't you tell the folks how to get to the Vineyard next week.
There we go for the Island Cup next week. Martha's Vineyard, 7 o'clock. The boat will leave the steamship dock here on Nantucket. It's the big boat. It's for passengers, $30 per ticket. Get you over there to Martha's Vineyard. A bus will take you from the dock in Vineyard Haven over to the football game at the stadium. Kickoff is scheduled for a little after 1 o'clock. After the game, the boat will leave Vineyard Haven at 5 o'clock to come back here to Nantucket. $30 per person, round trip. And you can purchase them at the main office here at the high school, Cyrus Pierce Middle School, or Travis Lombardi, the athletic director's office. They are on sale during regular business hours. Don't show up at 8 o'clock at night looking for a ticket on Friday night if you want to go over there. But we'd love to join you on the boat. NCTV will be there, so if you can't make it over, we'll have live coverage of the game as well here on the NSC and NCTV.
45th annual Island Cup game. Cannot wait, but we got some business to tend to here and finish up here as the Whalers are up 34-14 with 6 minutes even here. We've played half of the fourth quarter.
And, Chris, we know how the Island Cup ended last year up in Boston at Fenway
what a
Park
magical
with the missed field goal by Martha's Vineyard. You think the Grapes are looking for revenge this season?
Oh, you betcha.
Especially with the Whalers coming
they
in
would
undefeated?
play the ultimate spoiler if they could come up with a victory over this Whalers team. 4th and 4 for the Blue Knights. Last hopes. Damian King hands it out to Neiman. She's oh boy, it's real close. Let's see. They're going to have to measure this. As they stop the clock, it looks like, oh, man, it is real close. It's right on the line. So we'll have to see when they bring the chains out. That is right on the line. They will measure it.
First measurement we've seen this afternoon.
That is real close, as both teams will come to the sideline, and they're going to have to bring the chains out.
This is just about the ball game right here.
Yeah, if there was any hope for Sandwich, they got to have a first down here. As it looks like it's going to be enough, but they stretch it out here. It looks like it's going to be short, actually.
We might be able to get a close-up here.
Oh, they give it by the nose of the ball there. Wow. Barely a first down, as number 33 was able to carry the pile just enough for a Sandwich Blue Knight first down, and the clock will begin to run here once they get things settled with 5:54 to go.
And Sandwich still in the huddle.
Yeah. Needing three scores here. King under center. And he'll drop back to pass now, facing a little blitz.
Oh.
And it's intercepted once again by the Whalers. That's turnover number 3. Canton Jenkinson with the athletic play. Have a look. What a great read by Canton Jenkinson. Bad pass. But Canton Jenkinson comes up with the athletic play for the interception. That's turnover number 3 forced by the Whalers. And that will all but do it here for the Blue Knights' hope with 5:36 to play.
Each brother gets a pick this afternoon. One counts for
Right?
a touchdown. No, this one counts to probably seal the game for the Whalers. And again, a floating pass, and it was set up perfectly. Jenkinson had eyeballs full of saucers and just went, I got it. Came down with it. Whalers can put the ice on.
Lombardi will go back to pass. He's got Silva on a double move. Floating pass. Got it. Silva avoids one. And, he did fumble the ball. Oh, that's a great play by the Sandwich defender as Silva is a little slow to get up as well.
He took a hit
Big
from behind
hit
right
on
there.
from behind by number 11, Devin Fowler. So the Blue Knights able to turn the ball over on the first play from scrimmage after the Whalers intercept. The Silva fumble.
It's a good sign that Silva, well, he was staying out on the field, but he's going to head to the sideline. Just might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, though. It's a good sign that he's up. Not so good that he fumbled the football. But Nantucket still with a comfortable 20-point lead with 5:21 to go in the fourth.
An aggressive play call on first down as Silva was wide open, but unfortunately coughed it up for the first turnover for the Whalers here this afternoon. With 5:21 to go here in the fourth quarter, Sandwich with 1st and 10 at their own 37. King, blitz, Jane Alasko gobbles him up behind the line as big Mr. Nasty able to get in there and disrupt things. Tackle for loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12 upcoming for the Blue Knights offense. Under 5 minutes to play.
Again, Sandwich with 2 timeouts and Nantucket with 2 timeouts, but Sandwich still huddling up down by 20 points.
I mean, even if they score, you got to think they got to do 2 scores and 2 onside.
A lot, yeah. But still, no real sense of urgency or hurry up or just odd.
Single wide out to the far side of the field. Motion behind King. He'll hand it off. Again, I got to think the Whalers are just give him that stuff. Like this is just going to run the game out.
Yeah. You don't see him going to the air. You don't see him trying to go deep with the passing game. It's, you can do what you always do, but you're not going to win the game. You're down by 20 points.
Still 3rd and about 6 for the Blue Knights. Obvious 4-down scenario. Tick-tock, tick-tock, under 4 minutes to play here for the Whalers as they will move to 7-0 for the first time since 2016 when they went 9-0 to begin the season and made the playoffs. A lot of bodies inside the box here, and Nemec able to rumble through for first down yardage across the 50 to the 49-yard line of the Whalers. You can just see he's just a load to get down, and Canton Jenkinson trying to jar that ball loose once again. Unable to do so as Nemec picks up a Blue Knights first down across Whalers territory at the 49-yard line.
Now for Nantucket, just stay healthy. Don't commit any penalties. Clock ticking, 3:13 to go. Everybody makes it over to Martha's Vineyard in one piece.
Right.
Next Saturday afternoon.
So it'll be the 45th annual Island Cup game. And we do have a watch party being organized at Backyard Barbecue. Thanks very much, Denise Corson and her crew, for always supporting us. Here's King to pass. Faces duress, tip pass, intercepted. Jenkinson again. He's got the corner of the 40, 35. He's still on his feet and out of bounds. Oh, nearly had a double pick 6, but that will do it for the Whalers. The senior, Jeremy Jenkinson, gets congratulated by his brother. Great stuff. 3rd interception by the Whalers defense.
Get another floating pass, wobbly.
May have been tipped there. Great pressure applied by the Whalers, and number 72, no chance on the corner there, but Nemec able to get enough of that corner to force him out of bounds as Jenkinson kind of ran out of gas there a little bit at the end.
That's all right. Save a pick 6 for next week's game. How's that?
2:30 and counting here as the Whalers closing in on victory number 7 to no defeats.
And they're starting the clock before the ball is snapped.
I don't know. Not sure why the clock is going because it's only a 20-point lead. Lombardi awaits the snap. He'll get it. Hand off to big number 5, who barrels ahead. And still on his feet. Broke the initial tackles and near first down yardage. Give him 7 or 8 on first down as we are under 2 minutes to play here. DC, we got to come up with a player of the game. Who you got? This is a tough one today.
I'm going to give it to Jenkinson, especially with that interception.
Absolutely.
The first one was a pick 6 to basically seal the game. You know, not necessarily the game winner, but that put Nantucket in cruise control.
The second nail in the coffin,
The second one just now, yeah, absolutely. And the defense has really stepped up.
Love the defensive award for player of the game. I'll double that up and ditto that one, baby. That's great stuff from number 6. And here's Tavares. Again, just blasting ahead. He'll be close to first down yardage. Not quite. 3rd and about 1 upcoming for the Whalers as they move to 7-0 with a resounding victory over these Blue Knights.
Hope to talk to a player of the game possibly, and maybe Coach Reese as well. We haven't spoken to him in a while since that game back at Cardinal Spellman. But, you know, that goes from their first victory of the season, Chris, when it was almost 90 degrees up there, to now where it is fall. It's late in the season, and guess what? Still no losses for Nantucket.
Still no losses, baby. Love to hear that. You can say that again. Still no losses for this Nantucket Whalers football team. 3rd and a very short one. Might be the last play of the game as Tavares will get a first down. Clock will stop momentarily with 32 seconds to go, but the Whalers can kneel on it.
Good enough for Whaler first down.
As the clock will now run. And victory formation, one more snap for Nantucket. As they move to 7-0, the Blue Knights drop to 4-3. And we'll have to see how it plays out, but I think this may have cost them a playoff berth here this year as well, as they sat outside at number 19. And that will do it, folks. The Whalers move to 7-0 with a resounding victory. The defense was king today. 4 turnovers forced by the Whalers. And a touchdown scored by Jeremy Jenkinson on defense. We had a little bit of everything, baby. Aaron Hanlon with a deep 42-yard touchdown reception. DGT got a 1-yard plunge. Eli McKeever with an 18-yarder. And, of course, the 49-yard touchdown return on the interception is Jeremy Jenkinson, the first one in the line. He is also our player of the game for this evening. But a full team win here as the Whalers faced some adversity, but seemed in control of the game from that second possession on.
Well, they went into the game with the lead, 13-7, missed the extra point. It's the closest that any competition for them has been all season long going into the half by 6 points. And, you know, what we've seen throughout the season, Chris, second half starts, okay, Nantucket's going to commit more penalties, but they're also going to run away on the scoreboard. That really wasn't the case until the fourth quarter here. So the toughest challenge, Nantucket overcame it. We saw, as we mentioned a few moments ago, what happened at Fenway Park last year with the Island Cup. Throw the records out the window. It's the rivalry. You know what's going on. Martha's Vineyard having a bit of a down year. Nantucket undefeated. But anytime you go on that boat that way instead of Hyannis, the waves hit a little different going over there too, especially with the storms predicted. But
absolutely,
right now, again, with the thing we mentioned in the pregame is the only way that Nantucket can lose this game is if they beat themselves. Yes, unfortunately, they had 8 penalties for 85 yards. They overcame that, though. They put 34 points on the board. 6 of those were courtesy of the INT for a touchdown. So fantastic that Nantucket won it 34-14 right now.
Great stuff. Congratulations to Coach Reese Everett and his entire coaching staff. They will hang a banner no matter what happens next week. And no matter what happens in the playoffs, they have won a Cape and Islands League title. And always fun to say, we win. It's just great stuff. and they have done it all season long. A balanced attack this afternoon, scoring 34 points, and they actually take care of business as far as the MIAA, but by winning by more than 14 points. They are one of the very few teams, first of all, in the state to be undefeated, one of 13 teams to be undefeated, and they are one of the only team in Division 6 with a 14-point, average win margin. The opposition margin has been their problem, but that is an easy one to solve here today as they beat a quality team here in this Blue Knights team with 4 wins.
It looks like, Chris, that we're going to have another home game here.
It sounds – I pretty much guaranteed it if they would have won today. So
November 7th or 8th, most likely there will be another football game here, a playoff game at Vito Capizzo Stadium for Nantucket as they – host the team that we've probably never heard of before.
Exactly.
From Central Western Massachusetts. But
we'll see though. In football, the top 16, you got to be playing some good football if you're going to get in that top 16 for football, because it's not 32 like all the other sports.
Yep, we can see Coach Reese right now addressing his players, and the players taking a knee in the end zone.
So let's take a quick break here on the NSC and NCTV as we see everything, and we'll see if Colby Lucas can find somebody on the field very shortly here for a post-game interview. Most importantly, the Whalers win 34-14. We'll be right back to see if Colby can grab somebody here on the field.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Underwriting support for this Whalers football broadcast on the NSC provided in part by Nantucket Bank and Rockland Trust, providing financial education and resources to local communities for over a century. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Wing T-type formation. Here's another inside handoff to Hanlon. He's got a bunch of room. He's off to the races. Aaron Hanlon, 45 yards to the house. Kiever, I believe, but it's a short bounding punt. Hanlon will grab it at the 25. He cuts to the right to the 30, 35, 40. No one has touched him yet to the 50. He's got the sideline. Oh, finally drugged down after a huge return. It is 4th down. A huge play. Gonzalez with a couple of guys in the backfield. He'll roll out to the left. Rolling and will get caught from behind. Whalers hold. Tavares in the backfield. It'll be Lombardi rolling. Looking back across the middle. He's got a man in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Whalers. Here's your NSC Whalers play of the game. Good an opportunity as Nantucket has seen. They've already had 5 shots on goal unofficially. As it'll be gross to put it in play here. She's got an opportunity well within her range. Chavarbi bouncing in net, looking to gather any dictation of where it is. Gross. Shot scores! Chelsea Gross bends it in the corner and gets it past Chavarbi for the first goal of the game. Let's have a look at that beauty. Number 23, bingo. This NSC Play of the Game brought to you by Tom Hanlon Landscaping. Since 1996, outstanding garden design and landscape construction services right here on Nantucket Island. Visit them at tomhanlonlandscaping.com. Here's your NSC Whalers Play of the Game.
Gray Hansel, right place, right time. The goalkeeper comes out and picks it up for Sandwich. Outlet to the far side of the field. Play back up the middle. Dangerous play right there, but it's handled by Barr. Barr gets knocked down there by Lebrecht. Nantucket with an opportunity here. Sent in, and in the back of the net for a goal. Oh, what a long shot right there, but the Whalers are on the board, and now they trail 2-1. Again, that wind might have taken it, and Gray Hansel might not have done the best job of judging it, but it goes in the back of the net, and the Whalers are on the board. That shot taken from about 30 yards out.
This NSC Play of the Game brought to you by Wicked Island Bakery, providing islanders and visitors wholesome natural food made from scratch daily at 7 Bayberry Court. For more info, visit wickedislandbakery.com.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
I want to welcome you back here live to Vito Capizzo Stadium, where the Whalers took care of business. We knew this game was going to be a test, and it was, for 2.5 quarters, for almost 3 quarters. But the Whalers turned it on in the fourth quarter. A couple of exclamation points by Jeremy Jenkinson on the interception, pick 6, and another interception to seal it. Nearly returned it for a touchdown. His brother Canton got in on the mix on the defensive side of things as well. And the Whalers improved to 7-0 for the first time since 2016. We're going to try and get an interview on the field here from Colby Lucas, who's down there with Sean Davis. But, DC, let's talk about the rest of Division 6. So we go down the line here. The Whalers came in at number 8. Number 1 and number 2 won in convincing fashion. Abington and Orwell, they faced each other, and Abington won by 7. So those two will be at the top. Wilmington lost to Melrose, 21-14 at number 3. Fairhaven has a bye. They don't have a game until next week. Tri-Valley, the other undefeated in Division 6, lost. So there's 2 teams ahead of the Whalers that lost already. Hudson won. Bishop Fenwick, who was just 2-4 coming into this week, finally punches their ticket, officially winning their 3rd game, allowing them to move along. They won 57-22 over Cathedral, so they will in all likelihood move up as well as the Whalers. And a couple of teams behind them lost. Stoneham won by 2 points, so we'll see if they get into the mix in the top 8, which, again, the top 8 means you play at home. And it looks like we've got Jeremy Jenkinson lined up here. He was our player of the game with Colby Lucas as they get into position here. So we'll let Colby take it over here as he's got the senior Jeremy Jenkinson, who is our player of the game. Colby, take it away.
Yeah, it was just a great win.
Yep.
Boys played hard. It was a fun game.
Yeah, well, you guys continue to play complete football. All sides of the field, offense, defense, special teams. How does that trust in your team play a role in your success?
I mean, we gotta have trust in each other just to win, have fun. I don't know, nothing much else.
Yeah.
We just play hard, play gritty, play through the pain. Doesn't matter. We just keep going for each other. That's pretty much it.
All right, another big one next week, the Island Cup. What's the emotions going into that one?
I mean, we're pretty excited. We're happy. This was definitely a game we were looking forward to the most. tonight just gave us even more momentum after winning, league champs.
Yeah.
So we're definitely ready to go. Happy. Camera guys got purple on. I don't know about that. We're just ready to go.
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Guys, back to you.
Great stuff from champion Jeremy Jenkinson, part of that 2023 boys lacrosse team, and I love him poking the purple already. It's not even the game week. So great stuff from Jeremy Jenkinson. Our player of the game came up with 2 huge interceptions amongst a couple other big plays on defense, as he's done all year. The heart of a champion, and again, just saying all the right stuff there. Team, and the senior leader, the last to walk off the field, as he has certainly made his mark on this game and the entire season. Again, congratulations to the Nantucket Whalers football team, as they will put up a banner as Cape and Islands League champions, taking care of the Sandwich Blue Knights as they tried to come back here to the Cape and Islands League. Not this time. It's the Whalers putting up the banner this year. Great stuff from our crew, as always. Weston Scott. We've got Sean Davis down on the field. DC Collins hanging out with me. Of course, Colby Lucas doing phenomenal stuff, traveling through all of the crowd and getting some great interviews. And I'm missing one of the camera guys. Who am I missing? Santiago across the way. I can't see him. That's my problem. Oniato. Great stuff from him, and it has been a fun regular season. We got one more to go here off island as we get ready for the 45th annual Island Cup game. I think we're going to bring in Colby Lucas here, who was on the field for a lot of this game.
Go ahead, Chris. You're still on.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Well, it's not ESPN, but that's all right. You were down there. I mean, how about the buzz down there? What a great atmosphere you were able to get into. Tell us a little bit about the crowd on the other side.
Well, I think it's the best atmosphere we've had in years, and I
Yeah.
think it's because of the success we've had.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, homecoming weekend, obviously, a big deal here. But just with the success we've had, it's just played such a big role in the community coming together, and they are really into this football team, and for good reason.
Yeah.
They've played so well, and I'm excited for this Vineyard matchup next week. I'll tell you that.
I can see you're holding back your smile there. Don't hold back, baby. This is, again, it's like one of those things. You ride the wave. These waves don't come along very often. These sets of waves don't come along very often. So Whalers Nation, you got to enjoy this. Again, we had one a couple years back with the lacrosse boys, and it was just special. You could just feel it, and we kind of had a feeling, but, man, they are making it come to fruition with some absolutely phenomenal play on both sides of the ball. Defense stepped up huge. That was a tough, gritty team, that Sandwich Blue Knight team that they defeated here this afternoon, and they did it with style. They did it with the overall team approach, as they have all year, and again, the score dominated. The end of the discussion. So we'll tag on out of here and let Colby get back to his classwork, as he did a fantastic job. Again, thanks very much. Great to see Sean Davis. Congratulations, buddy. This guy got married while he was gone, so congratulations, Sean Davis and his wife, and great stuff. DC Collins and the entire crew here at NCTV. Congratulations to the Nantucket Whalers football team. One down, banner up. Time to put up another one when we get into the playoffs here. Whalers win 34-14 from Vito Capizzo Stadium. We'll see you from the Vineyard next week.